coming right there.
All right, hey guys, welcome back to Tactical Rifleman. You guys hanging out with me here on this Tactical Tuesday. You notice right over here, you notice it, what's it say? It says Travis Hall. It doesn't say Chad Holsizer. I've got my, don't worry, I still got my my moderators and mediators out there all over the planet. You got Mama Bear out there in Australia and stuff. All my other mediators to keep the asylum in line. So if you're a troll, this is your first time, I still got a small army backing me. But Chad is not here tonight. He actually, this is, you guys know Chad's good people, right? Chad got a call from a buddy that basically needed a ride to Wichita, Kansas. Just out of the blue, I got to be at work. All the flights are canceled. Chad literally stopped what he was doing and went and picked the guy up in the truck and is on his way to Wichita, Kansas right now to drop this guy off so he can be at work on time. That's awesome. That's a good friend right there. So I'm not complaining. You guys know we love Chad. So what Chad did was Chad stopped by today. He actually set up the camera. I figured out how to turn on the lights myself. So, full disclosure, I'm using Chad's settings on the sound and everything else. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I'm hoping hoping you guys can hear me okay. If you can't, well, I guess it sucks to be you guys. One thing I will say though, let me see if I can scroll down here a little bit. I cannot. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My moderator, Susan, if you guys can't hear me well enough, just text me. I'll know that way, because I don't have the chat up. I have the chat. I got no idea what you guys are saying. All right. One thing I will say is, like I said, we've got Travis Hall. He's going to be stopping by tonight. It's going to be our guest tonight. He's going to talk about his not-for-profit, Second Chance K9, all the other great stuff he's got going on. But before he shows up, I want to talk about our sponsors a little bit. We've got great sponsors again tonight. Sportsman's Guide. All right. We're big supporters of Sportsman's Guide because Sportsman's Guide supports us every Tuesday. They're here with us. Hold on, I got Chad Holsizer right there. What's up, Chad? Okay. He's already, I should have put you on speaker. You realize Chad Holsizer just called to interrupt the live stream. Awesome. You seriously just called to interrupt your own live stream. That's funny, Chad. I should have put you on speaker. I should have. I ain't gonna do it though. You have to call back later. All right. All right. This is the part where I invite you to go away. All right. Bye. Well, bye. Bye. And Susan from Australia has text, everything is good. It's a miracle. Yes, it is a miracle. All right. Sportsman's Guide. Those of you guys that are out there looking for like ammo cans, army surplus, stuff like that, like I like their big, tall ammo cans. That's one of the things I personally like about Sportsman's Guide. Yeah, it's another web big box store. I got that. But it's also military surplus, so I love their stuff there. We have a promo code for them, Tactical20. It's all one word, Tactical20. Use that at Sportsman's Guide. Save yourself a little dinero. We also have EDC Coffee sponsoring tonight. We have a promo code for them. Also, it is the word tactical. That's it. And that saves you 10% off everything at their website. And this is the part where I say, it's good coffee. Except it's saying EDC Coffee. I love EDC Coffee, but guys, I already had these other beans in the grinder. And anyway, so I'm drinking some of my own beans. Ah, that is good coffee though. And you can get good coffee from EDC Coffee. Big Daddy Unlimited is sponsoring tonight. So is Global Ordnance, White Label Armory, gun parts. Everybody wants gun parts because we can't buy guns right now because every swinging dick on the planet is trying to buy their own guns. First time gun purchases has just gone through the roof, which is awesome. The more people have guns, the more dead people there are going to be out there. But no, I'm joking. The more people now that are buying guns, come 2024, when we get all of our rights back, there's going to be a lot of guns for sale. Used, only been shot once, and there's going to be lots of guns for sale. So I'm not too proud to buy a used gun, not at all. All right, but gun parts you can find right now. There are lots of good gun parts out there. If you go to a lot of the big name brands, I'm not allowed to say their names, but these guys have got contracts with a lot of the big major gun companies, but they're all made in this factory. And this factory, the owners of the factory are like, we should be able to sell these parts ourselves. They check, they can legally do it. So they just branded them White Label Armory. It's like buying generic gun parts, but they're not crap from China. They're actually good, high quality parts made right here in the States. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of them. White Label Armory. Couple of my custom blasters here on the wall have a bunch of White Label Armory parts in them. They do indeed. Safe Life Defense is also sponsoring tonight. They still have plenty of armor in stock. They're still running behind on their FRAS, their flexible rifle armor system, but they still have a lot of other stock of armor. They have a promo code also. We've hit them up for Tactical Rifleman, all one word, saves you 10% off everything out their website. That includes gun belts, all that stuff like that. Good stuff indeed. All right, let me see. I got to check over here and see. Guys, we still have donor box up. Because we've had people ask, Carl, why aren't you doing Super Chat anymore? Why aren't you doing Super Chat? Full disclosure, you guys know I rely on Chad for a lot of this stuff I do, especially live streams. So what I've done is when we started doing live streams, I said, Chad, all the money that comes in on Super Chat, and we had guys that would donate $100, $200, $50, whatever it was, like Chad gets all the Super Chat money. Now, at first, that pissed off the film crew in New York City. They're like, hey, we're supposed to be getting 50. Oh, no, all the Super Chat money goes to Chad. That worked great for a year. And then we're like, YouTube takes 30 to 40% of Super Chat. Why do I say 30 to 40? Because they make this shit up every day. YouTube does whatever the hell they want. They're like, oh, we're going to take this much of this. We're going to take this much of this. Really? And don't get me wrong, YouTube's a necessary evil. I wish there were other platforms we could do this. There's just not. The best place for me to do this is right in the heart of the enemy here on YouTube. So we do this on YouTube, but instead of giving YouTube all of your money, what we started doing was Donor Box. Now, if you don't know what Donor Box is, hopefully Susan and the other moderators will put it up into the chat window for me. But if you look underneath this video in the description of this video, you'll see there is a link there for Donor Box. You go there and here's what it allows you to do is, let's say, because Chad's usually here reading the chat. He usually is. I don't have to read the chat because I can sit here and literally just listen to the other voices in my head, and I can go back and forth for hours. Sometimes I'll sit back and just listen to these guys going at. Chad watches the chat window, and when you guys have legitimate questions, he'll interrupt some of the voices, and he'll share that question. But sometimes there's just so much going on in the asylum that people are like, well, how do we get our question to Carl, legitimate question? Or maybe just want to give money to Chad. So what we did was we opened it up. It's Donor Box, and you go there, you can give $2, you can give $5. I don't know what the cap is. We've had guys give $200 just to say, hey, thank you, Chad, here's money. Oh, I see a dog. I got a puppy, and Travis Hall just walked in. Nice. How you doing, Travis?
Happy Valentine's Day, brother.
Happy Valentine's Day. You understand how gay that just came across? Oh, the cologne. You got me new perfume.
I did. I got to keep my boo happy.
Nice. It's not ticking or nothing. All right, let's see what he's got. Really, dude? Oh, it's a puppy. It is a puppy. Guys, he actually bagged, look at this, crepe paper.
Oh, no. My wife did that.
Oh, your wife, not you?
No.
All right, you're off the hook, dude. You're off the hook. You understand, guys don't do that stuff, right? You understand, if women didn't have vaginas, we would hunt them for food, all right? And every guy would have a reloading press in their kitchen, mounted on the dining room table, and there'd be no curtains, right? Yeah. There'd be no extra pillows on the bed. There'd be one freaking pillow. What are the other 500 pillows for?
My wife's pretty good. We only have 4 pillows on the bed.
4?
Yeah.
Really?
It's for that extra support where you're like, gotta lean up a little bit, you know? I have allergies.
You've been domesticated. Dude, check this out. Sweet.
So Chad hooked us up. Chad got his shirt printing press up.
No,
so.
Dude, that's like bagged up. That's like pretty and everything.
Dude,
no shit.
I have great support, man.
Are these for the dogs?
Yeah, those are for your dogs.
Nice.
So, well, I mean,
I'm going to eat the hell out of those. He got me some jerky. Nice.
That's a little, we love you card.
SGM. I hate being called Sergeant Major, guys. You all don't realize how much I hate Sergeant Majors. And he wrote Sergeant Major on here. I'm going to save that for last. That way, if I got to throw you out of the building, I can do it. Cool pictures, stickers for Second Chance Canine. Guys, and we're going to talk about Second Chance Canine a lot, but one of the cool things he does is you give swag out to your patrons and stuff, which I think is awesome. I get swag. I got, yes. Yeah. Man after my heart right here. If you can't afford ammo, you can always give a good coffee cup. Second Chance Canine logo on it. That's sexy, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, so all of this stuff is, we kind of like, we wanted to honor the way you take care of us. So all of this stuff is now live on our Big Cartel. You can buy our swag.
So you can, guys can actually buy the swag. Coffee cup.
That's for other beverages.
Got the Second Chance. I know it's hard for you because of the glare, but the logo, it's his Second Chance K9 logo. One thing I will say, if you guys zoom in real close on his logo, don't do it here. I don't want you zooming in on this. You go to his website, secondchanceK9.com. Yep. You go to his website. When you zoom in on his logo, all right, what you'll see is crossed arrows, a skull, everything. He's not copying my logo. He's not. What it is, though, is our background, we both go back to the same A15 SIF company, which owes its lineage back to the Blue Light Ops. The Blue Light teams were the predecessors of Delta. As Delta was being stood up, Project Blue Light, they came up with this logo that has since been called the Nos Defiance logo. And you'll see remnants of it in his logo showing his lineage. And you obviously see it in my logo, which is all over the place. But no, dude, thanks. This is awesome. Oh, he's got more.
I wanted to say thank you, man. It's just super cool. We love coming here. We love
Freedom Fuel Black Rifle Coffee. We love Black Rifle Coffee. Now, we love EDC. I actually have a coffee company sponsoring tonight.
Oh, nice.
That's okay. EDC coffee is good stuff.
So our one of our board members actually works at Black Rifle, so she was able to get us a donation. So that was a donation from Black Rifle.
Awesome stuff. All right. By the way, he put a bunch of shirts over there for you. Yeah, Can I open this up?
Yeah, please do. Chad's awesome. He totally came through on the shirt. We started pretty simple and are working towards, getting sweatshirts and getting, different designs and stuff like that. So Chad came through.
Small little conservative logo on the front. Yeah, but you go to the back. Dude, that is just badass. You got to help me hold that.
Yeah, totally. What's up, dude?
Second Chance Canine Service Dogs. Guys, that's just badass, isn't it? That's a great looking shirt right there. You can't get these shirts from my website. Where can they get these?
They can get those on our Big Cartel. It's just Second Chance Canine / Big Cartel something. Let me text the boss and do it. She says.
Okay, the boss, your better half.
Yes.
Right? Is that what we call that? Your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the military, we would say home sync, home commander in chief. But I said home sync on a live stream once, and the military guys all got it. They knew what I was talking about. Everybody's like, "What's
Household 6?
What is household 6?"
Yeah.
Nobody knew what home sync was, and they're thinking like sink, like water sink, hot and cold water. S-I-N. No, it's C-I-N-C. Commander in Chief.
Dogs, dude.
You've got sparkle. You've got shine. Hello, Susan. What can I do for you?
Oh.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Susan
Bye-bye.
is
She's on the other side of the planet. Oh, and here's the Chadster. Yes, Chad. What can I do for you? By the way, you need to hook that mic right there.
Yeah, no problem.
I got people all over the planet telling me to put on your mic.
Hi there. Is that better, guys?
Put Chad's mic on Travis. I really should check my texts every once in a while. Can you guys hear him okay? Now you talk.
Hey, you guys, can you?
There we go.
Yeah,
That's better.
Yeah,
all right.
Better.
All right. Yeah. Y'all hush. Dude,
So show them, because I think it went off screen when you were holding out to the side.
Okay.
It's a little sparkly dog.
Love you lots, sweet Valentine. Carl, thank you so much for all you do for our rescue. If not for you, we wouldn't be able to rescue our four-legged partners. Love you, brother, Travis. Now, hey, dude, I appreciate it, brother. I really do.
We appreciate you.
Guys, because we got a bunch of new people here tonight. So my background with Travis is, you guys know I'm old. I'm a former action guy. But before I retired, I'm 53, man. You believe that shit? Isn't that crazy?
I'm 46. So.
So, went Special Forces right after Desert Storm, worked my way up. They started this SIF company, Sinks in Extremis Force for 5th Group. And I was there right from the inception of it. Literally, I got brought in. I was already been to 3 snipers. I'd already been to 4 sniper schools. Just got back from paramedic school. They needed a medic on the Halo team. They stopped me outside. They're like, hey, I'm the team sergeant for the Halo team for the brand new SIF company. Do you want to go to Sephardic? That's the hostage rescue school. And do you want to go to Halo school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. So of course. So I got drafted in the A15 and I stayed there the rest of my career. Literally sniper cell leader, made master sergeant, took over one of the A teams for the snipers, and literally I retired as company sergeant major of that same SIF company. So I got a lot of time just there. Well, one of my last deployments, went and did the meeting with D Squadron from Delta at Bragg. They were going to be out. We're going to be working under them. They were going to, one of their troops was going to be there in Mosul. You had a platoon of Rangers and you had one troop from my SIF company. Me and the company commander, we were going along, we're doing the meetings and everything. They're like, hey, we're going to be running in Benzgawas. We got strikers for you guys, up armored strikers. It's rough neighborhoods you drive through. We got you good vehicles. Okay, cool. But now I'm like, we go back and you want all the assaulters to be able to assault the buildings. But the Delta guys are like, hey, you got to provide your own drivers and gunners. Okay, I'm not pulling guys from the other troop. They got training to do and they've got their own deployment coming up. So I went and asked the rest of the group, and all the command sergeant majors, they're like, nope, I got nobody for you. Everybody in group wanted to come to our unit, everybody. So I happened to be walking through group headquarters, and this new medic, at group you'd had like one deployment already with your regular A team. You're working at group med at the time.
Yep.
He's like, hey, do you need a medic? And I'm like, actually, I don't need a medic. What I need is a driver or gunner. And lo and behold, he volunteered to come. Travis wanted to come to A15, our unit. And it is a unit that either you love and you're passionate about it, or you have penis envy and you hate our unit. That's basically what it boils down to. You're either a SIF guy or you're a SIF hater. There's no in the middle. Travis wanted to come to the company, and Travis, I didn't know Travis. Travis, young medic, and he just literally, of all the people we had, drivers and gunners, Travis would volunteer for anything because he wanted to come to our company, be an assaulter, because you still need medics that are assaulters, right? Travis volunteered for anything. We had this brand new working dog. His name was Rolex.
I love Rolex.
Rolex, you see this, and this is a good sized dog. Rolex crossed this dog with like a grizzly bear. That's how big Rolex was. Rolex was a monster. And I love Rolex. Like I said, everybody loved Rolex. Everybody loved Rolex. Well, Rolex needs to practice, needs the bite suit. So who do you get to volunteer? None of the assaulters want to do it. I got to go on target with this dog. I got to ride inside the striker with this. I don't want the dog to have practice biting me. That makes sense. Makes sense. Travis, driver, gunner. Travis volunteers. Yeah, I'll do it. So we're doing vehicle interdictions. I remember one time he had the window rolled down, and that dog went right through the window and grabbed on the Travis. It was just a beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Travis took it like a champ, and I was like, yep, this guy's on the short list to come to the company. And we ended up getting IED'd coming back from an op. We heard the explosion. I was the next vehicle back. We got a little bit of pinging off the side of the vehicle. No big deal. Over the radio, we got a couple guys hurt. They were air guard guys, basically, but nothing life-threatening. Get back. Again, no big deal. Travis wasn't injured there. He wasn't. But you were the driver of that vehicle. The vehicle he was driving, it got raped, peppered, and the armored skirts on the side, designed to stop the RPGs, they ate a lot of it. But again, they're slat, so the shockwave goes through it. No big deal. It was big ball bearings. One of the guys pulled, the ball bearing had hit the double stacked magazines on his front and punched through the mags, but his plate stopped it. Okay, so I actually got to see one of the big ass ball bearings from this roadside bomb. It was the next night, or whatever it was, back out on another op, back out there, stopped. You had some issue with the vehicle or something. Travis is out trying to deal with it, and one of the metal skirts fell off the vehicle, landed on your arm, right?
So I was kind of laying down underneath it and just kind of fixing something. I don't remember even what, but that thing fell and like landed, and I rolled out when I felt it falling, but my arm caught the brunt of it, and I ended up having a bunch of surgeries over it.
He just, you see how he just played that off? Yeah, I ended up having a bunch of surgeries. So he gets back in, and I know all the girls out there, y'all think you're childbearing, you think you have the you have the lockdown on pain. Now I'm here to tell you guys, any surgeon, male or female, will tell you some of the worst pain you can have is what's called compartment syndrome. That piece of armor, big piece of armor, didn't just crush his arm, but what it did was it actually caused basically bleeding inside. And normally when you get a bad bruise, all a bruise is, you guys understand, is blood basically flowing underneath the skin. But it is outside a lot of the other compartments. If you don't know what I mean by a compartment, a good way for you to visualize it is that turkey drumstick. And if you go to pull off a big chunk of it, there's actually a sheath around the outside of each one of those chunks of meat. Likewise, that is the tendon sheath that comes off of all your major muscles. The that connective tissue runs on the outside. Well, when you bruise a muscle on the inside, or your car is bleeding inside of one of those compartments, it can reach the point basically that's same as your blood pressure, right? But that blood's got nowhere to go. It stops. And the pressure builds up so bad, it's got nowhere to go. How does the body fight things when it has an infection, when it has anything wrong? The body swells up. It's what it does. But that's the exact opposite of what you want it to do in this case, because now the added swelling increases the pressure on the tissue. When the tissue starts dying, it's got nowhere to go. And that, I'm told, I've never had it happen to me. One of the most painful things you can go through. I got up the next morning basically, and they're like, yeah, I knew they had taken Travis off to the aid station. No big deal.
We were just going to get checked. And that night, you know, like I just perked up, you know, like I perked up and ambiented up because I was like, yeah, it's just hurt. You know what I mean?
Go to sleep.
Yeah. I just was like, deal with it tomorrow. It's fine. It's just messed up a little, you know, like it's bruised, you know, and it was bad.
So he ends up getting compartment syndrome. How do you treat compartment syndrome? How do you treat it?
Well, you get put on ketamine and you can hear, smell, and feel everything, but you just don't care.
They take a big knife and they got to let the pressure out. They literally, you want to show them the sexy scar?
Yeah. So you get on ketamine and you, I don't know if you can see it. Here, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. All the way down.
Yeah, and then this one on the backside too.
They had to let the swelling out.
So, but the crazy thing was I could feel everything. I could smell everything. So they're like, you know, I've got like a little drape separating me from and they're like, you know, like I don't know, Cowboys and Aliens. Has everybody seen that movie with the Daniel Craig guy where they're like, in the movie, they're like tugging on it and she's dreaming but he's like literally opening her up and taking her insides out. That's what it felt like. So watch Cowboys and Aliens and think of me.
Nice. So that was my introduction to Travis Hall. He had every intention of coming and being a great assaulter. In your rehab, and I'm assuming because you had such fun playing with Rolex, being Rolex's tug toy, that what made you decide to go canine?
I just wanted to come back. Yeah, I really liked Rolex and I really liked the connection with the dogs. And so from that, I just wanted to come back and be the dog handler, you know? And so that's what I did, you know, like came back, I was dog handler. We would do training, we would do deployments.
Right, now you got your dog, and you stayed with that dog the rest of your career.
It took me 2 dogs to get to him. They gave me a dog who had he had a heart murmur, and so I found it by training with him. His name was Bo, and poor guy, man, I was like beating him like a ranger student. You know what I mean? Like, I was beating that dog like a little ranger because I thought some of the dog handler experts had told me he had got it in his mind that he could quit and I would let him quit, you know? And so this poor little guy, man, I would take him on like 5-mile runs, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, we ain't quitting, you know, like if I'm suffering, you're suffering, you know? And so I beat him so bad and it.
Not like beat him with a stick.
Like PT wise, you know? And so I beat him so bad PT wise that that poor thing. And then I was like, man, it's just not right. So I took him to a different vet. And the vet was like, whoa, this dog's got a heart murmur, you know? And so I went through him.
Push him till his heart breaks.
Yeah. And then I went through another one that she just wasn't cutting it for us. So then we landed on Bear. And Bear was just a rock star.
So you kept Bear the rest of your career.
Yeah, I 4 deployments with Bear.
You don't get to keep your dog when you get out, guys. No, you don't. That dog goes to another handler.
Yeah, so normally the dog goes to another handler. I got out. I left active duty. I went through a really, really bad divorce. And a friend of mine over in C11 had called me and wanted me to come over to Okinawa. And so we ran it up the chain, I think, because I was still in 1st Battalion.
Okay.
And the Group Sergeant Major was like, nah. He was like, no, you are the Legion. You're going to stay at the Legion. And, you know, all I really wanted was just kind of a break from Clarksville, you know, like just to get away from the divorce and stuff like that. But so I had been given other opportunities as well. So I got out of the Army and did other stuff.
So you went off, did contracting, right? And
we got a call, you know, like 6 or 8 months later. and they were asking if like, hey man, we think you messed up this dog, you know, and I was like, whoa, that dog was the dog, you know, like
Yeah.
he was fifth group's best dog, you
Yeah.
know. And so I was like, man, I don't know what to tell you, dude, but they asked me if I'd come into the kennel and, you know, check him out. So I went to the kennel, hung out with the guys, and they were telling me what was going on. And he was biting everyone. He was like biting at the bars. His teeth were actually broken
Really?
from biting the bars. And so they said, we're going to show, and we had cameras on the dog. So they walked someone past him to see what he would do, you know, and he just barks the bars and loses his mind. So then they were like, will you walk past him, you know? And I'm like, sure, you know. And some of the guys were like, man, you F this dog up. You're, you know, like, we're blaming you.
Yeah.
And some of the guys were like, we don't know, you know. And so, so I walked past the dog, and he was just leaping in the air with joy, like peeing on himself. He was so happy. So I pulled him out of the kennel, bathed him, fed him, you know, because he was super skinny. He wasn't eating very good. They couldn't get him out of the kennel to clean the kennel because he would nuke people.
Yeah.
And so I took him out. We got the kennel really clean that day, kind of, you know, just took care of him, you know, and then I put him back at the end of the day, which was a really sad day for me. And so then went home that night, and the next day they, you know, and my wife and I had already talked about adopting Bear if it ever, like, hey, once the next guy's done.
Yeah.
First handler has the right of refusal to adopt him. So I was like,
No, that's awesome.
we need to
That's
talk.
cool.
We need to talk about this now, so
Yeah.
if it comes up, you know. And so we were all on board for giving him just a rad life. And so the next day they called me, and you know, my wife wanted to see Bear because she knew Bear, you know.
Yeah.
And so she came with me, and we go there. And a friend of mine was the kennel master at the time, and he had cleared it through group. And so he handed me this stack of paperwork, and he's like, don't screw me over, you know. And he was like, fill it out. And he handed me a leash, and he's like, go get your damn dog, get him out of my kennel. So I went, snatched Bear up, put him on the leash, and took him to the car. And as we're going to the car, he's like, no way, we're doing this, you know. He's like, in his mind, I'm breaking him out of jail,
Yeah.
you know. Like, so he's like, and he gets in the car, and he's like, oh yeah, good prison break, Dad, you know. Like, so, and then he transitioned really well. Like, he just became, he put down the, you know, like I always talk about wanting to put down the, you know, not put down the gun like literally, but put down the gun in as, I don't want to deploy anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and so he put down the gun, you know, and gave up the fight, and he became my service dog. He became my service dog. He became my family's, you know, home protection dog, and he crushed it, man. He was
Back to being your best friend.
yeah, he was so good, man. He was the best dog in the whole world. You know, he was my best friend, and I miss him every day, you know.
You guys heard him just say that. I miss him every day, every day. Now, Travis goes through dozens of dogs. So he passed away while you were deployed on one of these contracting gigs.
Yeah, so.
So from there, and he's
So he
getting,
went from 7 to 13 at our house. I got him fairly young. I got him when he was like barely 2 at group, you know. And so he went from 7 to 13 at our house, and he just, you know, like I would take him everywhere. You know, I'm still in the guard. I still teach. Come here, bud. I still teach for the guard and stuff like that. And so I would take him with me. You know,
want a coffee?
No, I'm great. But I would take him with me, and I would be like, dude, you know, and everybody loved him. All the guys loved him. He was part of the team. And he started getting older, so I kind of stopped taking him with. And at one, he's brand new, guys, so he's going to have, like, he's going to test me.
I was going to say, there's a different dog than last time.
Yeah, he's going to test me tonight. But yeah, he would just be a part of the team. Well, he got older to the point where I couldn't take him anymore, and I knew it was coming, and I was about, oh man, like 2 weeks out from coming home, and I feel like, you know, he was trying to
hold on.
Yeah, but
till you got there.
he just couldn't, you know, like, so he passed away in his favorite spot in the house, and my father-in-law came and got him for me and had him cremated, and he still lives with me today.
Awesome. So from there, what made you? Obviously, big hole in your heart. But Bear did a lot for you.
Oh yeah.
What made you decide to take these dogs and hey, let's help other people?
Well, I mean, you were there. We slept together in the same bays and stuff like that. And you and I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, like, I have night terrors. You know, like we've done some stuff. You know what I mean? And so some of it haunts me a little bit. Not the bad guys. I will do that all over again. But there's some other stuff that haunts me a little bit. And so when Bear was there for me, I noticed that I slept a lot better. I didn't have as many terrors, and I could go places and do things with him. And so when he was gone, he had puppies in the middle of all that, and his daughter kind of hated me. She hated my guts. She was definitely my wife's dog. Ragnar, sit. Quit being a jerk. So my wife had kept one of the puppies, and that dog hated me, but I started taking her on trips with me, and so she kind of was like, oh, this ain't so bad, and I, on one of the last trips that I took her and Bear on, I feel like Bear went to her and said, I need you to take care of Dad, so, but yeah, I lost my train of thought, but so now I have Barn's getting older. And so now I have 7 of these guys, I don't take Barn as much. She hurt her Achilles pretty bad. And so I kind of I only take her on stuff that I know she can handle. And but I take a training dog. This is Ragnar. Ragnar came to us the other day and from the pound, and I went and scooped him up.
So that's literally where you get your dogs, or pounds, or people coming directly to you. Now, you only take the military working dog type dogs.
Yeah. We take all the unwanted, we're 100%. We take the unwanted. Yeah. Ragnar was at the pound, and if I ever find the person that dropped him off at the pound, I'm going to beat the holy shit out of them, because Ragnar is an amazing dog. He's young, he's fit, he's perfect. I kind of noticed it right away. Ragnar has cataracts, and it's an expensive surgery, and I'm 100% willing to help him get it. You know what I mean? The people that dumped him at the pound dumped him because he has cataracts and because it's an expensive surgery. And
no shit.
And so Ragnar is 90% blind in one eye and about 30% blind in the other. And so I want to thank you guys so much. Kevin donated to Ragnar's eye surgery. Susan donated to Ragnar's eye surgery. Michael out in Oregon donated to Ragnar's eye surgery. So
I got you see them in the back there. If you look through that center lens, there's a couple guys way in the back sitting behind their computers. Yeah. I got 3 guys out there that want to donate to Ragnar's surgery. Don't put it in the donor box, guys. If you guys want to donate money for Travis, and that's not why Travis comes here. But if they want to, they go to secondchancecanine.com.
Yeah, you can either go to secondchancecanine.com and we have a donate button there, or if you want to donate to Ragnar's eye surgery, we have in our PayPal, we have a separate, it goes to our PayPal, but we've got a sub account in our PayPal that we're saving up for, and it's just info, the number 2, ck9@gmail is our PayPal.
Susan, can you type that in the window there for Chad? For Travis, can you please do that for me? I would do it, but I don't know how to do it.
Neither do I.
I got no idea how to do it. All right, we've actually got a couple super chats real quick, and then we're gonna come back to your story real quick. We're
gonna call Jason Knight tonight.
Yep.
And bring Jason on.
We're gonna have to do now. Chad didn't put out the mic thing.
Oh, that's okay.
But we'll just hold it up to the microphone you're wearing. All right, and of course, Chad Holsizer donated $10.
Nice.
His question for you is a hot dog a sandwich?
We've gone over this.
You see what I got to work with? No, seriously, you see what I got to work with? Thank you, Chad. I frickin' monkey. All right, and then I got a James Cook as a gas money for Chad. They know Chad's on the road. That's good stuff. And then Heather Fly Fishes. Heather threw down some dinero. Hey, Carl, I enjoyed the Moab video. I did enjoy my trip out to Moab.
Bet. Yeah, I bet.
And my son took all of our little iPhone videos and chopped them together. And here's what the rest of you, and what I did was I posted that for all of our patrons. But before you guys ask, I love the rest of you. I understand not all you guys can be patrons, or a lot of you don't want to be patrons. I got that. But for my patrons, because I love my patrons, Travis loves his patrons on Patreon. Patreon/Tactical Rifleman, my patrons get a lot. For example, I just filmed our question and answer video with things like 3 hours long, a bunch of nutbags. Filmed that today, but they got the Moab video, but a bunch of the rest of you have been asking about it also. So our Moab video, again, amateur footage, we filmed with our iPhones, or we were out in Moab camping with my Jeep. It goes live on our YouTube channel tomorrow at noon Eastern. So be on the lookout for it. All right, that's all I got there. All right, you were sharing with us. You got a bunch of puppies now.
Yeah, we got 7 dogs right now.
And cataracts. That's just
dude,
crazy.
Isn't it crazy? He's
that is
perfect,
crazy.
Man. He's gonna be. I mean, he doesn't have any manners because whoever had him before me didn't make him have manners. So he's kind of all over the place right now. But he's on a medical hold to be a service dog, but I'm still gonna work with him and get him manners and stuff like that.
Now you mentioned service hold to be a medical hold to be a service dog. Because a lot of these guys have never been here before.
Right.
What you do is you basically take these strays, these unwanted dogs, these rescued dogs. They're the same make as the military working dogs.
Yeah.
But instead of you training them to be a bomb dog or a fight dog for cops and military guys, you're teaching them to be basically mental support.
Yeah, so all of our special operations guys come from a team background. And when I feel like when we retire, if we don't have a strong support system in our homes,
it is hard.
Yeah, we lose that team. And so what we do at Second Chance Canine is we recreate that team environment with, giving you a dog that you've actually deployed with, that saved your life, that's done things for you. And so, yeah, that's what we do is we find these unwanted, neglected, abused dogs. We bring them into our home. We do an evaluation on them to see if they're going to be good candidates for service. And then I train them personally to be a service dog, and we donate them to special operations veterans. So,
but don't let me forget, some of the guys in the chat are asking, they want to update on Claire, the dog you brought last
Claire,
time.
yeah. Claire's doing awesome. She's with her veteran.
Nice.
She's not 100% certified yet, but he's super hard charger, 20th group guy, and he wanted to be a part of some of the training. So what he and I do is we get on the phone and on a FaceTime video a couple times a week, and he shows me his progress. I give him homework. He knocks homework out. She's to the point where she's going to the stores and she's just having a great old time with him.
That's so awesome.
She's pretty close. Like I'm actually going down to 20th group to do some training coming up this weekend, and we're going to do a check-in. And I think by the end of my training cycle with 20th group, we're going to certify her as a service dog.
Dude, that is awesome. You understand? You go to Lowe's or the grocery store, or go to the airport, and everybody's walking around with their little foo-foo keychain dogs with a little vest on the back of it that says service dog. Those are not service dogs, people. They're not. That's a pet that they shouldn't be bringing there. All right, but you're legitimately, these are service dogs.
Well, I went through training schools. I went through master trainer. I went through all that stuff. So, I'm just taking that skill and giving it to the dogs,
Awesome.
So like him just sitting here being super good boy for a long time, he's being a good boy. So he's learning his patience, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
So
yeah, I've got 2 labs outside right now that I just want to choke out.
Oh,
they're so awesome.
How's their heartworm doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like $1,000 and per year, and it takes 1 to 3 years to kill the adult heartworms. So
well, you're doing the slow roll.
The slow roll.
You can either do the slow roll or the fast roll. The fast roll is hard because you
on the dogs.
Yeah, because you have to confine that dog.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that.
6 to 8 months of straight confinement.
For me, because these dogs were strayed, we literally got them out of a field behind the grocery store.
Boy.
For me to take them out of being free like that and then say, hey, I've got to keep you locked up for 6 months, I just think that's not fair to them. They would have ended up getting away and running again. So this way, It's the, like I said, it's the slow. I'll get them tested again. Wow, we've had them 4 months, so I'll get them tested at the year mark, and hopefully, we'll see. We'll see.
That's awesome.
You got to do it. You got to take care of them. They are, without a doubt, man's best friends. There's a lot of people that need help out there, a lot of vets, and you guys know we are all about training everybody. You know, I'm first and foremost passionate about taking concerned citizens and making them into capable citizens. Yes, 100%. But also dear to my heart is there's a lot of veterans out there. Guys, I live a very blessed life. You understand, I just had a grown man bring me a Valentine's Day present. I mean, I literally I live a very blessed life. I just spent a month doing taxes. It was actually 2 weeks taxes. I know. I'm deaf. I'm 80% disabled. They bitch. They're like, Carl, you could be 100% disabled. I know too many guys that. I had a Marine standing next to me lose his arm. Had his arm blown off. I'm like, I'm not. Anyways, long story short, I am just happy to be here. I live a very blessed life, but I know a lot of vets, and you guys know a lot of vets that they have problems. They do. They have problems physically. They have problems mentally. Travis mentioned some of his nightmares. There's a lot of you that, right, because everybody's had a nightmare. I was there, company sergeant major. Nobody knew him. And literally, they'd wait till he fell asleep and they'd go over and they'd unload his pistol. That's how bad he would jump up out of bed, freak the fuck out. And it was every night. And time heals some wounds. It rounds off the edges. If you've ever had your heart broken, time heals wounds. Yes, it's true. Travis is doing a lot better, but 100% the dogs help. They definitely help.
And you know, like one of the reasons why we want to work with special operations, we get a lot of calls from non-special ops guys who are like, man, why can't you help me? And I'm like, brother, man, I want to help you. Like my heart wants to help you, but I'm very small. And our special operations guys, we have a social worker on staff, you know, and she'll go over it with you and tell you why we can't, because we have guys that have so many deployments under their belt, and it's proven that the more time you do in combat, the more compounded your issues are going to be. And so for us, we're pretty small, and we feel like if we can affect one group to the fullest, that's our goal. You know what I mean? We could do a lot for one group, or we could do a little for everyone. And so right now we're trying to do a lot for a little group, you know. And
our old unit, A15, SIF company, we were the meat eaters for all of 5th Special Forces Group. Had the toughest guys. We trained harder than everybody else. I mean, literally, we were just always training, deploy, come back from deployment, always training. And everybody said, well, you're pushing your guys too hard. Everybody in the unit loved our high op tempo. They loved it. I had the toughest guys. And a year after I retire, other guys that replaced me as company sergeant major, they're like, yeah, I had to, he's not a team sergeant anymore. I had to give him a desk. I'm like, and I won't say his name, but like, dude, he's one of the best. And he is, but he lost the edge. And a little while later, happened to another assaulter. Like, dude, that's literally one of the toughest guys on the planet. He was, but then he lost the edge. And when I heard about, and there were guys that couldn't make it in our company, literally, like, sorry, brother, you don't have what it takes. And there are a lot of SF guys that don't like doing close quarters battle. Going through a open door, you guys call it a doorway, we call it a fatal funnel. Going through a fatal funnel when you know the potential for the end of your life is 72 inches away from you. Literally every doorway can be the last doorway of your life. It takes a weird mentality, and so it's not for everybody, and that's okay. All SF guys learn close quarters battle, but very few of them will actually excel at it or do it in combat. That's okay, not judging them. But guys that were in my unit, like, man, these guys are the toughest guys on the planet. what happened to him? What happened? What was the thing that set him off? You know, did he see like a bunch of dead babies? What was it? And they're like, no, man, he just lost the edge. And they're like, Carl, it's been 4 years since you were company sergeant major, and he had what, 9 trips? Well, you took him outside the wire, and he's got like 18, 19 now, or he's got 20 deployments now. And like you're saying, man, it wears you down. It does. It wears you down. So there's a lot of guys that need help, and
we're here to help them.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
If you go to our website, if you know SF guy or Navy SEAL, Ranger, Air Force, Special Ops, Marine Recon, please go to our website, refer them to us. Just shoot us an email off there, and we'll love to help them. We are small. We do have a waiting list. Because I literally, after I do your interview is when I find the dog. You know, that's when I start looking for your dog.
Okay.
Because Ragnar's being super naughty.
How many? You sure you don't want some coffee?
No,
Dan?
no, I'm great.
I got behind the bar. Another patron just sent me a whole case of the Black Rifle coffee can coffee.
Nice. Yeah.
You want one of those?
I would take one of those.
See?
I don't drink hot coffee. I drink cold coffee.
That's okay. I got lukewarm coffee here.
No. You want me to call Jason? He's standing by.
Real quick though, I'm gonna go get you a cup of coffee before you call him real quick.
Ragnar,
All right, hold on, guys. I gotta take off my mic here.
well, here, I'll talk about Ragnar while you're gone.
All right, he's gonna tell you about your. Look out, puppy! Get out of the way. What's wrong with you?
Carl needs like a dog table so I can put all these dogs.
You want me to get you something to put him up on?
No, I'm just
Put
kidding.
him up on that leather chair. Right?
I'm just kidding.
Leather chair.
Ragnar will get it in my lap. He's a big old dog. So just kind of Ragnar, you can see he's super nervous. I've literally only had him for a few days. One of the things that I do is I kind of work with our local animal shelter, and I was actually doing a cat food donation of all things. So I was doing a cat food donation, and they were like, oh my gosh, we have the perfect dog for you. And so I go back there and I look at big Ragnar, and he's in a kennel. They have a bunch of big dogs right now, so he was in kind of a small kennel for his size. Thank you, Ragnar. Thank you, Ragnar. I appreciate you. I appreciate your kiss. So he had a little kennel, so I scooped him up out of there, and so I scooped him out of there and brought him home. I was a little worried because he's a big dog and he's pretty beastly, so I was a little scared he would be a fighter in the group, but he's not, man. He's a sweetheart. He loves to run and jump and play. If you go to our Instagram, you'll see the very first day we brought him home. He was just so excited. He literally hopping and jumping and stuff like that. So yeah, Ragnar's awesome. I love some Ragnar. But other than that, he does have cataracts, and I think that's how he ended up there, is because, he's probably a 3-year-old dog, and maybe a little older than 3, but not much. And so he's going through some cataracts, and we're gonna get him fixed. I mean, we're gonna commit to it. One of the things I have to do is I have to balance the money that I spend on the dogs because it all comes from people like you. And so I have to be very aware of, how much money I'm spending. Is it worth it? Is the dog going to have longevity? Stuff like that. And I feel like Ragnar is completely worth it. I feel like I'm going to do everything in my power to give him the chance so that he doesn't end up blind, because he's on his way to being blind right now.
On his way to being blind, right. Poor guy. All right, you want to give your buddy a call?
Yeah, so I'm going to call Jason Knight. And I'll just FaceTime him. That way we can see him.
Well, you're going to have to hold it right there, so just call him.
Okay, call him.
All right, before you call him, who is Jason Knight?
So Jason Knight, he's one of the former judges on Forged in Fire. He has
the TV show where they do the knives and stuff. Nice.
So he has a studio out in Kingsport, Tennessee. I went out there. I spent a week out there. I made some really cool stuff, and we've been friends for a long time. So
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see if I got good cell service down here. What's up? What's up, buddy? What are you doing?
Sitting here waiting on you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're watching it? Oh, cool. Yeah, we were doing all the intros and then talking about old Ragnar here.
Nice.
Cool.
Hey, so Jason, meet Carl. Carl, meet Jason, and Jason's, or excuse me, Carl's YouTube followers. Meet Jason Knight.
Jason Knight, we love your TV show, dude. Anything with knives or guns that you can get onto an actual TV show right now, that's just awesome. So good stuff.
Yeah, I like making knives.
Yeah, so Jason and I have known each other for a long time. Just SHOT Show, we linked up one year, a few years ago now, and we've just been friends ever since and hanging out as much as we can and kind of doing cool stuff. Let me, I brought a couple of his samples with me.
You dragged me into somewhere like, hey, we're going to this thing, but I'm not allowed to go to that thing.
Oh shit! What the hell is that?
Oh yeah, that's right. I did
Oh.
grab you. I was like, come on, man, we're going to go to this party, and it was the Green Beret party. It was the Green
Nice.
Beret Foundation's
Oh, yeah,
party.
yeah.
And so we went to the Green Beret Foundation party and we just partied it up that night. This is Jason's chopper. I'm showing him the chopper right now, Jason.
Dude, this thing is badass. You had to make that. I know Travis didn't make this.
I made a little bit.
Yeah, he helped me.
See that ding
Yeah,
right there?
he made the only flaw in the whole thing. There's a little ding in the handle. What? At least you take credit for it.
Fingerprints off working on that knife.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude. What did you make that out of? It looks like you man, that is just an awesome.
Unicorn horn.
Hey Jason, I can't get my knife to open, man. Can you reset the password on my knife while I'm here?
Ready?
Yep.
Open.
All right, thanks, man.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I wish we had
Holy
like a
shit,
stick
dude.
in here we could cut.
Yeah, we need something we could cut, man, and no migrant workers here because there's too much snow out.
We so
You
one.
can cut the bumpy skin of the avocado. It's designed to protect its soft insides. It doesn't work very good.
So this is the one that I made. I made
All right.
this one, and Jason helped me along the way, but I made that one.
Doc T.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we went out to Texas and shot some deer. Jimmy Adams and I.
Yeah, Jimmy Adams, yeah.
and we took some deer, and so during the non-deer time when we were slaying pigs, we were like skinning deer and slaying pigs and like stabbing pigs. So I told Jason about that, and Jason and we actually named that one the pig sticker.
Pig sticker.
Because I don't think that's like a custom one-off. There's not another one like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that handle.
That was all you too, Bubba. That was all you.
Oh man, I appreciate it. But do me a favor, guys, on the channel, go check out Jason Knight's page. He's got some amazing stuff going on. Susan, if you could throw Jason Knight's YouTube stuff in there so that we can kind of do a shout out for him. Jason's just an awesome human being, and Jason and Second Chance Canine are going to offer a 2-time-a-year scholarship to veterans to go through Jason's knife making school.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So we're working out the details now. I'll figure out how we're gonna throw the funding together. Like we're gonna create a separate account that you guys can donate for, and that one's open to special operations guys of any branch. As long as you fell under USASOC, you'll be able to go to Jason's knife making school.
Yeah.
Carl,
That is just a freaking monster.
Carl likes the big
Randy
one.
would want this bad. Randy,
it
this thing just says Randy Worst. Does it not, guys? Does that not need a big mustache over the top of it?
it reminds me of like Roman gladiator stuff.
Look, I mean, it almost looks like a freaking mustache. Holy shit. No, oh, dude.
And then
This is Sparta!
it does look like that. So then this little guy ended up coming off of, it was on Jason's desk, and I told him, I was like, hey man, that might just end up in my pocket. And Jason, being the super awesome dude that he is, was like, yeah man, go for it.
He
So
let you-
yeah, so this is his, that's his, what do you call that one, Jason? The folder?
The folder.
That is the V2 Ultra. So this V2 is the version 2 Ultra, because when we first designed it, me and Doug Marcato was calling it the MK Ultra, and then I realized, like, MK Ultra, this is some weird government program from the 60s. So I was like, We call it the V2 Ultra. So Travis has actually got one of the old style ones. He's got the first gen one.
Okay.
So yeah, you got the first gen, and so I made some that are like, I don't know what they call it. It's like army green and black, and then all black, and then black.
I like that liner lock. That's good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
I got a new one, Travis. I want to send you one of the Voodoos.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the OSS from World War II.
Yeah.
So it's based on one of the knives from the OSS kit from World War II.
And you can, Jason's an awesome human being, dude, and he's doing such good stuff. If you're looking for a knife, I know Kraken is our favorite on this channel, but if you're looking for a knife, and
there's Kraken's not going to get poo-poo face. And one thing I found about knife makers in general
they're
is
super supportive.
Super supportive of other knife makers. And that's not true with gun manufacturers. If you want to start making guns, all the other companies, man, they immediately start, they don't want you to, intellectual property. Knife makers, it's the exact opposite. I knew there's actually a couple of SF guys, they were at Sodic where they met each other, but they started Spartan knives, Spartan blades.
Right. Curtis Ivito.
Yeah. Great people.
Curtis is cool.
And you know, I didn't know them until I actually came back. They flew me in. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Jeffrey Friars. You remember Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Jeff was one of my snipers at the time. We came back from overseas, came back from the combat deployment to compete in the first ever SOCOM Sniper Championship.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it that hard. Remember that time you scared the shit out of me? I was trying to scare the crap out of you with that, because you made me jump that day.
When was this?
When you had that hammer thing and you slammed it on the desk, you made me almost shit my pants with that.
In here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to make you jump with the brass knuckles that Jason sent me. You hit the desk.
Those things are really brass.
Yeah.
Holy.
You hit the desk,
and made by another veteran. He was a Marine Corps veteran.
Yeah.
And that's what he does now. Is he just makes knucks. And one of the traditions amongst the guys who make knucks is they don't water jet. They do them all by hand.
Yeah.
And that's kind of they cut the holes and drill them out and stuff. So that's kind of a tradition from the guys who make knuckles and just weapons like that from the.
No, I like this. Has got the Second Chance K9 logo on it. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but that is engraved. That ain't going nowhere. No, dude, that looks awesome. Hey, Jason, you would know. You're the expert here, dude. It is all over social media where, you know, I grew up. I knew me having brass knuckles. It was illegal to have brass knuckles. Now I have an old set of brass knuckles with the spikes on the front. It's gold plated. It's a total piece of trash. It's white metal made in China. But I had a Kydex sheath made for just one part of it. And what it allowed me to do is get a couple fingers in and I could pull it off the side of my body armor. And, you know, my other fingers would slide through it. And I'll show you. I'll tell you where it was really handy was when we were moving prisoners. They got zip ties behind their back. But if you're wearing zip ties, you're looking for your first chance to escape. You want to escape, and you're loading 12 prisoners on a Blackhawk. You're the only SF guy, and there's 2 other support kids there that are scared to death because it's dark outside. And you know, every one of these Iraqis is wanting to make a break for it. They're trying to get out of their flex cuffs. And by me putting that set of gold-plated spiked brass knuckles right in front of their face, you could just see their soul just kind of sink. And I knew it was illegal to have in a combat zone. No big deal. Everything's legal over there. Hell, I ran hollow points. But fast forward here, I've been seeing brass knuckles and the 2-finger ones and everything making a big resurge on the internet. Are these things legal again? Is there some technicality?
They're just paperweights, actually. Those are
all right, so I'm literally. So long as you just tell the cop that you're carrying a paperweight in the pocket of your pants.
Trying to hold down your for example, want to draw a picture. you put those on the picture, and you can sketch that picture out with your closest crayon or what have you, Sharpie, whatever you can get your hands on. Does that make
Nice.
sense? Yeah, those are just paperweights.
That's paperweight.
Those are not
Paperweight.
brass knuckles.
Yeah. Outstanding. Okay.
It
No,
fits.
brother, I'm good with it. If you're good with it, I'm good with it. I have no problem with it because the reality is, and we teach improvised weapons, but we're all about teaching people, hey, get a concealed carry weapons permit.
What?
Stay strapped. I got that, but there's 99% of the time you're not allowed to use deadly force. You're just not.
The other thing is get insurance, USCAA.
Yeah, USCA.
Get insurance. It's just stupid because the Constitution actually protects us.
You should.
You guys protected us
Yeah.
to allow us to have the damn Constitution anyway. So that's one of the,
Yeah,
things that
we're gonna try not to do politics here tonight. I don't want Jason getting cut off.
I didn't get into that, but I wouldn't try. I ain't an activist.
Y'all like my
I love you
paperweight?
fellas. I love Travis, and I want to help any way
Yeah.
I can.
Dude,
So-
I used
that
to
is
put the
badass.
flags out with a bunch of World War II veterans, and with those guys, every day was they didn't worry about nothing, and I miss
So-
those fellas pretty bad.
So Jason
Awesome.
actually sent me 3 of these. One of them is for, if you're down for it, we can auction it tonight on the stream.
Okay.
One of them is
Yeah.
for a social media giveaway, and I sent them to one of our board members who does all of our giveaways and
Okay.
stuff like that. So she'll be posting that up, and I'll be kind of pasting and copying that. And then one of them's for me.
You
I
got, you,
some
you
other
got to
cool
do that
ones
one.
that a dude designed for me from some World War One style, just the 2-finger one. So send me your address and I'll send you a pair of them.
I think he's talking to you, Carl.
Okay.
Yeah, Carl.
Say that
Yeah.
one more time, man. Sorry.
He's got some
Carl,
other
if
cool
you
ones.
text me your address.
Yeah.
I got some really cool, like it's just 2 knuckles.
Yeah.
2 knuckle paperweight.
Yeah.
So send me your address. I'll send you a pair of them. I didn't make them, but another guy, really cool stuff. Just he made them, and I try to support these guys because that's the stuff I like all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's cool.
And I'll be honest, I've only broken 2 bones in my hands, all my hands. I broke a bunch of fingers, but it's always the same 2 knuckles. And I usually only skin 2, and it's always the same 2. So when I like the concept of a 2-knuckle one, just because I'm a fat rat bastard now,
Come here.
and my beer gut hangs over my pocket, so I can't get these big brass knuckles out of my pocket as fast as I used to. Not saying I used to carry brass knuckles. Not saying that. Shit, what didn't I carry?
Well, I need to call Heavy Barrel Designs and see if he'll open up this middle finger on me, because I've broken it so many times in fights that
Yeah.
my middle finger doesn't want to go all the way in. Like I struggle a little bit to get the middle finger in the knucks.
All right. All right. So here's what we'll do, guys. Second Chance K9 logo.
And it comes with this bottle opener that Heavy Barrel Designs made as well.
Nice,
Isn't that cool?
dude. It's got the.
Travis, do you want to auction off a class tonight?
For your stuff.
You know, you can auction off a class. If you have someone, if someone tonight will spend $1,800 and donate it to you, I'll give them a class in my studio.
Dude, his classes are amazing.
Did you guys just hear that? This is the guy that does the TV show.
His classes, I mean, I spent a week
We'll
with
make a
Jason.
tomahawk.
Yeah, you're gonna, dude.
Dude, if
It's up to
get
you,
them-
Carl. It's your.
All right. No. All right.
You
So
can get more, but
here's what.
you can hit that at least. But if they can go as high as they want to, but I'll give them a tomahawk class. The only thing they have to get here and pay for where they stay, but I will donate the tomahawk class right now. If you feel like doing it live, I don't know if that's a gig you do, but I'm totally down for that.
All right. So you guys hear that? All right. $1,800 because he's got to cover his expenses. All right. $1,800. I know that's.
No, that goes to Travis. All that
Yeah, I
goes
got
to
that. I got that.
Travis.
You guys out there, if you want to bid on this, I will let my moderators handle it. and I'll let that one run till a little later in the show.
Okay.
All right, you guys figure out, guys, because we're not going to do we're not doing Nightbot and all the giveaways, that stuff tonight.
So,
but
but
the
this
other
will-
one,
This will be in with that. So if
you don't want to do it separate.
oh man, I just feel like Jason just ponied up, so I want to pony up.
So you're going to toss that in there
yeah.
with it?
So this will be a part of that. This.
Why don't you what about some of my other guys that can't afford 1800?
Okay, well then let's do that.
We're going to do it separate.
Yeah.
All right, so for my guys with deep pockets, if you've got deep pockets, bid on the Tomahawk class, because everybody needs to know how to make tomahawks, all right? And
Buy it for somebody else.
yeah, or exactly. If you don't want to go to the class, you can give the slot to whoever you want. The big thing though is your donation goes to Second Chance K9. Now,
And it's a tax write-off.
yeah, it is a tax write-off, which you guys, that's important this time of year. Oh my God, I didn't realize. My wife's like, can't you mileage to the post office to go? No, my wife, she claimed everything, dude. Literally, every time we drove 2 miles, which is 4 miles round trip, by the way, 2 miles to the post office to drop off a medical kit that we gave away on a live stream. I claimed mileage for it. So, and my wife's awesome. She really is awesome. All right, but for the rest of us mortals, the monogram Second Chance K9 bottle opener, which you just sit your beer bottle thing right. It's even got the hole pre-drilled, people, so you can hang it on your wall in your bar. All right, and with that goes the set of no joke brass, like not fake. These are no joke brass knuckles with the Second Chance K9 logo. I spoke incorrectly. The solid brass paperweight with the Second Chance K9 logo. Susan or Bear, one of you guys, y'all work it out in the chat window, and you guys figure out. Start bidding, guys. We're gonna draw this at. How late can you stay tonight?
I can stay late.
Let's. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let the bidding run till 9 o'clock. All right, 9 o'clock. That's you got a little over 45 minutes to raise your hand, and 250, 255. Go ahead, Susan will work that shit out.
Guys, I will.
We can also give away one of the Forge series too. It's an online course. So we donate one of those too tonight too.
Okay, well let's just Susan, if you'll just pick somebody, if let's just give that one away. Let's because you guys are doing so much cool stuff. Like, okay. Susan, if you just want to pick someone, or if you want it's an online course that talks about knife forging and what Jason does and how Jason's been just such a master at what he does, and we'll just totally give that one away. Just to kind of.
That's fair.
You know what I
mean?
We
can do that.
Yeah. So. Guys, I will come and hang out with you at you and Jason when you bid this class. Like I'll come spend, the days with you when you're doing the class. Like I will.
Isn't that cool?
I will block out my schedule.
No, that's why I love you, Travis. You're legitimately invested not just in the dogs, but in all of it. That's so cool.
It's crazy because my day is filled with just bullshit that I don't want to do. And what I want to do, the things that I want to do is like be here. I want to talk to my patrons. I like calling my patrons on the phone, and then like legit, like my wife will be like, all right, here's your obligation list for the rest of the day. It's the army, it's producers, it's it's like, hey, you've got to call and schedule this amount of class time. It's just so much bullshit. So I enjoy.
I've been talking to some.
I'm not the only one. See that, honey? I'm not the only one.
Yeah. So I truly enjoy talking to you guys, spending time with you guys. Everything else is just noise to me, and it's all about you guys to me.
Cool. That's very awesome.
Yeah.
We want to make it Travis a fun for Travis when he gets out, so he has a year to just downtime, get it together, enjoy his wife, his family.
Oh,
his
brother, you can
dog.
hang that shit up. No,
No.
I've been around guys like like Travis for too long, and when they stop doing what they're doing right now, they literally die. We had a guy, Al Knox. Literally, he got out, and when he put the gun down and stepped completely back, he actually became a car salesman, believe it or not.
That's not me.
No, dude, he was dead in 2 weeks.
No, that's
Dead in 2 weeks.
That.
2
I mean,
freaking
like,
weeks
just
flat.
fun stuff. Right?
No,
No,
I don't mean not. I don't mean
no, I hear you. I hear you. I just think Travis will always revel in the misery a little bit. He likes shoveling dog shit.
I don't like that. Jason, I do have plans. I do have plans though this summer to just not do anything. Take a couple cool dogs with me, and we're just gonna travel the country this summer. And King Sport's on the stop list. You know, there's the hunting ranch that we go out to in Texas is on the stop list.
What are you doing in May?
October, I'm with you. Or May?
No, you're teaching with
I'm
me
teaching with
the
you.
first couple days of May.
Yep,
I got that. All right, but before the DJ jump,
Is that in Florida?
pistol carbine.
Jason, talk about your stuff real quick while we're looking at the.
well,
Schedule. I'm sorry, it's
I mean,
April.
I just, I
I'm
try
wide
to
open.
share the information. I want to share the whole idea of being a maker, and like what you're doing, Travis. You're making a difference, and both of you fellas, you make a difference, and that's the whole idea. My friend Bert says, "Thin air, deep water people." And if you're not a thin air, deep water person, we want to teach you how to be a thin air, deep water person.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that makes sense to both of you fellas. So
Yeah.
I like that way of thought. We went camping 2 weeks ago at a place down in South Carolina. It's called Winter Strong Sorinex. You guys got a lot of buddies in that crew.
Mhm.
So one of my board members was actually there.
Really?
And Jason actually inadvertently offered them a ride to the airport, not knowing. That's how cool Jason is. You know what I mean?
That's so cool. Cool. The Overland Challenge, Southern Expedition Overland Challenge,
I'm in.
is starts morning of the 23rd, 24th, 25th of April, and so I'll drive down on the 22nd.
Where is this at?
It's in Uwharrie National Forest where we did Robin
We talked
Sage.
about this last time. Yeah.
Just
let me know. So what I might do is I might see if because I teach mobility for the military, so I might see if they want to come with all of our diesel Toyotas as well. And
with ASA?
No. These are Gov trucks. These
are government trucks.
These are not Gov trucks.
No, dude, I'm all about it. We could do 2 teams.
Yeah.
And no problem at all. Entry fees, I'll cover the entry fees for each vehicle. You're gonna need a navigator. He ain't gonna cut it.
Jason, you want to be my navigator?
Where are we going?
We're going to do the Southern Expeditions Overland Challenge in Uwharrie National Forest. Basically Appalachian Mountains, off-roading, a lot of technical challenges, but it's 3 days long. 3 days long.
Oh, yeah, I could probably do that. I live in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah,
There you go, 23, 24, 25 April. All right, that's
My wife is listening, so she says I got time, I'll go.
okay.
Awesome. So Jason will be my...
coming down the steps.
And honest, dude, I could care less about when. I missed this last year because they bumped it from spring because of COVID, and then they moved it literally to like the day after the elections.
Yeah.
And as you understand, I can't be away from home because the elections could get ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I tapped out, but I said for sure I'm in 2021. But the year prior, we were in second place, and then we had some issues the last day. We got bumped back to fourth place, but Recoil Magazine filmed the whole thing.
Did they really?
Yeah, so it's a good time. We won the cooking challenge.
There you go.
I'm not joking. We won the cooking challenge. Don't ask.
That's one thing. I can't do it, Travis, because Shelly says I'm booked.
Oh, you're good,
But
man.
I might be able to provide a camera person to follow you. If you need a camera guy, I can probably fund that and get a camera guy.
We'll talk offline after
Yeah,
this.
we can have fun doing it for sure. We can have fun doing it. I hope Susan can confirm. Wow.
What happened?
Here's what I got. Open. Shannon in chat has confirmed $1,800 bid for the class, but for you to go would be a really good video for the challenge, brother.
She's talking to Carl.
Wants me to go to the course. Yeah, sure, why not? If I can fit it in, I'm all about it.
So just with that, if just get with we'll get with Jason and Carl, and we'll make sure because Carl's probably got the busier schedule than I do.
All right. Jason is not being heard, just mumbles. I think, am I on speaker?
Yeah, you're on speaker.
So I should have been holding it the other way.
No, you're good. Right here's fine.
Okay.
Your shirt's kind of covering it a little bit.
All right.
Jason, are you good?
Knuckles, we're at $1,800 for the Knucks only, and you can give away the class. Whoa.
So we're at $1,800 for the Knuckles. So Susan, can you get them to clarify that? They want me to give the class away to a veteran? Is that what I heard? Wow.
All right, this guy says, I know you're live streaming, but offline, tell that dude he has a sick-ass Forerunner. Remind me not to say it while we're live.
Oh, I got a rooftop tent now.
Did you really? So on the way here, guys, I'm driving up to Katie's, and as I'm driving, and I'm kind of a softie, right? And so I see a car in the middle of the snow, right? The middle. So I'm like, oh. And the Forerunner's not as outfitted as my truck is.
Yeah.
And so I don't have like straps and all that stuff in my Forerunner all the time. I have a box that I carry.
Yep.
And so I'm like, shoot, man. So I pull over and I'm trying to help this kid get out of the ditch tonight on the way here. And sure enough, another super cool dude pulls over and he happened to have a strap. And we used that sick Forerunner to pull that dude out of the snow. So
nice.
that was kind of
teamwork.
Yeah.
That's
total
cool.
teamwork. So Susan, can you let us know where we're at on the knife auction or the tomahawk auction?
She's getting ready to call in right now. Wow.
There's Susan. Carl's old. It takes him a minute to get his phone.
Easy. Hello, Lost from down under. What's it like with all the Wallies out there? Hip hip and all that rut.
Oh.
Susan, how you doing?
I'm not on. I'm good. Don't put me on speaker.
Don't put you on speaker. I gotta put you on speaker. You're on the other side of the planet. Welcome to Tactical Tuesday live stream.
We love Susan, guys. She's amazing.
Sorry, Susan, you're on speaker. You gotta be. Everybody loves Susan.
No.
All right.
I was just going to explain the thing with Shane, who's bid the 1,800. So what he's saying, he's happy to give the class away, doing the TR thing, but I explained we couldn't do that tonight because of Chad not being there.
Okay.
So if he wins it, if he ends up being the final bidder, we can just work out the giveaways for that part later on.
Okay, so
If that's cool with you.
if this guy winds up being the final bidder at $1,800, he wants the brass knuckles. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he'll give away the class.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll give away the class on our next live stream.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whatever works best for y'all.
Man, that's super cool, guys. Man, I'm super stoked. I feel like that's like a super awesome way to honor this.
Yeah, and that's taking care of the puppies.
Dude, that is gonna go straight to Ragnar's eye surgery. And so I think we're with Susan and Kevin and Michael and now this. I think we're close.
Really?
I think we're close.
I'll tell you what. If you're not, Tactical Rifleman will cover the rest.
Oh man,
how's that?
Dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have an appointment with him. It takes about a month
Okay.
to get his appointment, and
Just don't jump it up to like 25 grand. All right.
the cost was your Jeep. That's, oh, Keith, what's up?
I can't. Susan, I got Keith Gipple calling in. No, hold on. I'm not
Yeah.
bumping Susan. I'll
So-
text him.
so I will
no,
for sure.
sorry,
man.
I can't talk right now. I'm not bumping Susan. That would be rude.
Dude, this is. I think it's so crazy.
All right,
we're
Susan,
both-
call back if you got any updates, okay? I can't have us both sitting here talking on the phone. You understand how gay that is?
That's what I was
This
just gonna
looks
say.
so gay. So, bye, Susan.
Where are you from, Carl?
Yeah, I'm actually from Connecticut. Don't hold it against me. I hate Connecticut almost as much as I hate Sergeant Majors. So yeah, when I get pissed off, I get that Jersey accent. Yeah, don't make me come over there. I'll smack you right upside the head. Yeah, so yeah.
I didn't know. You know, they filmed that show in Brooklyn, right?
What show?
Yeah,
that?
Forged in Fire. You were up in Brooklyn, right?
I never heard of it.
So I didn't know that was filmed in New York. That's
No
pretty
shit.
cool. I figured it would be out in LA or something.
No, my first time going to New York City, at a neighbor, he was driving me there, and I want to say I was 14, 15 years old. And of course, we're stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Stuck in traffic. It's 4 lanes wide, stuck in traffic. And I'm on the overpass. There's a car there on the and it's completely stripped, burnt out. There's no wheels, there's no nothing. And I was like, man, that's pretty shitty a city. You'd think they would clean this stuff up. And you go a little bit further, there's another car on the side of the road, completely stripped. There's no wheels, there's no, and it's like, man, they just leave this shit, you know?
Yeah.
My town in Connecticut, they would never do that. Well, we get a little further, we move about 100 meters, there's another overpass, and this car comes halfway across and kind of stutters to a stop. The lady gets out, and she's looking around, she pops her hood, she walks, nobody had cell phones. She walked to the pole that had the emergency phone, she checked it, got mad, hung it up, closed the door, and she walks off. Okay, the car's sitting there. We're stuck in traffic. Her car is 100 feet away from me. That's it. It's on an overpass. This van pulls up in front of it, backs up. The back doors of the van fly open. They slide an I-beam out over the engine. 2 guys jump out with air wrenches on hoses. They jack, 4 or 5 guys come up, but 2 guys got air lines. The vehicle gets lifted up on jacks. The hood comes off the trunk. They pull the motor out of the vehicle, seats, wheels, obviously, everything went into the van. And before we passed it, they popped it, they dumped the thing back down and they drove off. And I was like, holy shit, all these other vehicles I just watched probably were only there a week or less. And
Metal song.
dude, that was my introduction to New York City.
That's like a Death Clock song right there.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, I love this place. I love New York. I love it. I love it.
I've never been to New York.
No, you're not missing nothing,
No,
dude. It's nothing.
You don't want
You know, when I'm king, you know, and you've got all those extra nukes with nowhere to store, and you just, you know,
New York.
when was the last time we tested one of these?
That's
You
good.
know,
Good boy.
why? You got to think about it. Out in the desert, you got the tortoises out there, endangered species. You don't want to damage a turtle or
Right?
tortoise. So you know,
You know what my king for a day thing is?
what's that?
Semi trucks in the left lane. Oh, and when I'm king for a day and you're semi truck in the
Oh,
left
yeah.
lane, dude, you're getting publicly executed. Like that's my king for a day.
Yeah, you guys. Cause now everybody has gotten a rock.
Interstate on your bike. Every time I've been on the interstate on my bike, the guys in the trucks, you know, they're looking out for me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They
that's
keep
true.
the
Yeah,
safe
that's
space.
true. I'm the guy that's like rubbing the side of their truck as I'm driving down
Oh
the road
yeah,
on
yeah,
my
yeah,
bike.
yeah.
I get a little wild on that thing.
I don't.
That's why I'm not allowed to pistol and ride the bike at the same time.
Oh,
Everybody's caught a rock off the wheel of a tractor trailer truck on the glass, right? Cracks on windshields. Everybody has. One of the cool parts about owning a Jeep, which I didn't realize this, it's in the owner's manual. All right. Once you put mudder tires on it, these BF Goodrich KM2s, one of the cool parts about mudder tires is when you finally get in front of that tractor trailer truck, you just slide across that line a little bit into the dirt on the side of the road. It's guaranteed to grab the first piece of gravel and throw it straight at the windshield of the vehicle behind you.
Yeah.
So be careful cutting off a Jeep. Be careful, because I'm here to tell you, I've gotten pretty accurate throwing gravel with my tires. I really have. Bunch of pissed off truckers out there, cracks in their windows. Not that I would do that. Not that I would. I got a lot of truck drivers for patrons. Marty McFly, Doug. I got a bunch of truck. You know, I love my truckers. I do, just not that much.
So I'm curious as to like what they want to do with the tomahawk giveaway. Like, do they want to pick a veteran? Do they want to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious.
Yeah,
As to,
I'm not making it and giving away.
no. We're gonna come. Yeah, we're gonna come to you. But the guy who's bidding right now on it,
He can't come.
Yeah, he just wants the knucks and the bottle opener. He wants to give the class.
We'll give it away. We got a way we do random draws for like T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll give that way. Every one of you guys have got another chance.
I love that, man. Dude, I could never, like, Jason's so awesome and gracious. You know what I mean? I could never afford, just to go take a class and hang out for, a week with Jason. I'm an Army guy, so we just don't.
No, dude.
We're just not crushing it, like,
for sure.
And so
for sure,
to be able to kind of do that for one of the guys would be amazing.
Dude, this thing is awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Dude, that handle is just.
I made
Ragnar, come here.
Did I show you the dagger I made for the SF clubhouse? And
I've seen it. I'll have to get a picture of it and send it to Carl. It's freaking amazing.
Hey, we also got Dimitri from Primary Arms is in the chat. So hey, I want to say hi to Dimitri from Primary Arms. Dimitri, brother, I have been doing so much red dot shooting and every reticle, and I'm here to tell you guys the ACSS Vulcan reticle. Dimitri, you got to work it out so Trijicon can put it in theirs, and so Aimpoint can put it in. Basically, every red dot on the planet needs to have that reticle there.
Jason, we need to shoot when we're up there next time. It was a little cold this last time.
I would love some schooling. I got to hang out with T-Mac for a day, and that was kind of cool to shoot with him a little bit.
Yeah,
he's a little intense. Yeah,
I'm way more.
I didn't even know he was going to be the instructor, but I was like, oh shit, T-Mac. Like, yeah, man, and that dude can draw with a stick in the dirt the most perfectly straight sight picture you've ever seen in your life. I'm like, damn, that's like perfect. He goes, well, I did it a couple times. I'm like,
that's good stuff.
It's like awesome. But like he just said, move your hand down. I was like, ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Here you go.
They said they can hear him better on my mic than yours.
Oh yeah.
All right. They also want me to check donor box again. All right. So
Jason, we're kind of running the show like as amateurs right now.
Yeah. My show guy's not here.
Hop off. I'm cool. I was just bullshitting. I enjoy the company. So
yeah.
Cool.
All right. So let me open up a couple of these here. And we got that one. We'll get that one.
Good boy. Yeah, so Chad is out of town right now, and Chad normally runs this side of the thing. And so it's Carl and I who are really good at fighting, but we're not so good at computers.
Yes, very much so. All right, so I got to start at this end over here. Ed Goddick, question please. American warfare history is replete with examples in which intel gathered through recon is never disseminated to the back to the field after being kicked up to S2, G2. An example of this being Third Force Recon picking up massive predictive intel on NVA VC activity near Hugh immediately prior to the tech that died in the system. Did you see much of this during your time in the sand also? As Doc T is on again, I will rebox another 300 rounds of 9mm for you guys and have it out next week. Ed, I appreciate it. Brother, you don't have to send me ammo, but if you want to, you can always send me ammo. I'll always take ammo. Thank you so much. One thing I will say, regular Army, I can't speak for them anymore. I can't. But one thing I will say about special ops is your special forces guys, not necessarily the SEALs, because the SEALs have their missions actually planned for them by hire, and then they basically just get the mission executed. But special forces prided themselves on literally being allowed to not just take the intel that was available, but we also did what was called RFIs, requests for information, and we could send out any additional questions we had, and that'd go all the way back up to G2, S2, and then we would get all that intel back down. So as far as intel being found on target, not making it up to higher, honest, a good example of that is Sue LaRue in 2000.
I'm gonna run him out real quick.
Okay, in 2004, I took my snipers down to Najaf. Makata al-Sadr was down there, and Sue LaRue was running a small group of recon guys, Iraqis, and he collected some intel. He actually had a little boy he was running as a source. The guy would go inside the Imam Ali Mosque and actually sat and ate dinner right next to Makata al-Sadr. His intel that Sue LaRue was sending up, Sue assumed it was never going to make it past battalion headquarters, but the colonel actually called Sue on the phone and said, look, need you there tomorrow. The command authority is going to drop bombs off of your intel. Literally, command authority being George Bush. Okay, so literally, our intel goes up in special ops, and I personally didn't see any problems of us not getting intel like that. Jason, I hate keeping you hanging on the phone, but I don't want to let you go yet, man. You're awesome. I'm hoping some of these questions are for you. All right.
No, I'm cool. I'm
Awesome.
totally cool hanging out. I appreciate it.
All right.
Very much.
Leaf LeBlanc just threw down $10 for Travis, 10 for Chad. Guys, this is on Donor Box. That's awful nice. Robin Patty, Carl, love it when you have Travis on. Dogs are the best. Thank you, Robin. You know, we appreciate you, and thank you for your service to this great country also. All right, next one. John Kraken, another knife maker. He didn't put a comment though. Kraken is super good people, guys. Jason, and I know you're a celebrity and everything. Who John Kraken is, and the reason why I love John Kraken, one, because he makes awesome knives. But he was a guy who was faced with diversity. He actually got injured on the job, but instead of just sitting at home collecting medical unemployment, he took up a trade and went from being an amateur knife maker in his garage to making custom blades. And Jason, if I can ever get Kraken over here to the States, I'm hoping 2022, maybe we can get you and Travis, me and Kraken together, and we'll film us a video. You guys trying your best to try to teach me how to not screw up a knife. I can sharpen a knife. That's about all I can do.
What's his where is he?
Kraken is in Australia, of all places. Of course,
What's his Instagram? No.
His Instagram is Kraken Tactical EDC.
You'd love that guy. He's super awesome.
Yeah, Kraken's good people. I do a live stream once a month for my patrons. As a matter of fact, patrons, remember our Zoom live stream is this, I think it's Friday night. I think it's this Friday. When we do that live stream, Jason, we actually do it as a Zoom conference call. Because like tonight, you've got 500 people here listening to you, me, and Travis, but I don't have that many patrons. But the cool part is because it's a Zoom conference call, you can see all of them. It's like watching the Brady Bunch on the TV screen. And but the cool part is they can talk to each other.
Right.
And Kraken is good people. He's got an awesome sense of humor. Susan, yeah, all right. So I'll admit it. Susan is better looking than I am. Susan is better looking than I am. We'll give her that. But I've got some awesome patrons out there. Yeah, I would not be able to keep my little train wreck here afloat without them. So, all right.
Who's this?
Shane Norman.
Shane, you can get a hold of me at it's just Travis Travis at secondchancecanine.com.
I'll
That's
tell you
my
what,
email.
type it right there if you don't mind. I'll have Susan can type it too. I'm gonna hand you the keyboard.
So I'm gonna throw my.
We got all these knives all over the place here. Check that puppy out, guys. One thing I'll know, these handles there are 0 sharp edges on these handles. I mean, Jason, this thing's just a dream, dude.
So those handles are actually made from the same material that they make guitars in Nashville out of.
No shit.
So
Yeah, I got that wood from a friend of mine it was like reject wood from Gibson because it had like a little knot or something in it. And so I'm supposed to trade him something, but maybe I haven't fulfilled my part of the trade. I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to.
No, this is beautiful work right here, and I love the way you work the pins in with a handle staked. It's full tang, guys. This thing is full tang, but there's not a sharp edge. There's literally not a sharp edge on the whole thing. That's important to me because if you're doing a lot of field work, chopping a lot of wood, I've been out in the middle of nowhere on training missions. Camp Lejeune, I remember one. They put too many units all on Camp Lejeune in one training area. So they had 10th Mountain there and the Marines and the 82nd against the 101st.
no way.
And we had the biggest unit there. So it was the 3 of them against us. And so for my little recon team, where a lot of times if the terrain's real bad, you walk on the roads. There was no going out in the open at all.
Oh, not at Lejeune.
And Lejeune is so packed. I had a old machete I kept across the frame of my Alice pack, and it was sharp. And it was a good cheap machete. So I had the injection molded handle on it, which was smooth. But just even a slight little nick where the metal wasn't lined up with the handle, after hours and hours of being point man, day after day, having a handle that is literally as smooth as Jason's here. Literally, it'll save your hands for sure.
Well, that's what this is it's meant to be it's meant to be a chopper.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that thing's got chopper written all over it.
The first knives I ever made for anybody in the military who are legit were some guys from 5th Group, and this is what he told me. He says, "Hey Jason, can you make us a knife that will cut government cheese and rope?" Yeah, I could do that.
Government cheese and rope.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And I didn't really know the designation or that, but I was like, okay, sure. And I made one that was shiny. So I spray painted it black. And then what I did was I had my customers I said, if you buy a knife for a soldier, I'll make you like the civilian version. So I would make the knives for the guys from 5th Group. It was like, I think it was about 18 or 20 knives all together. And then they morphed into like a little miniature sacks. But this guy, Jeff Wormer from Texas Hunt Company, he also owns Spec Ops brand. He made like the only sheath that was jump approved.
Okay.
Whatever that means, I don't know. But Jeff donated all those sheaths, and I fitted them for every knife. And I'd send one out to somebody. And it was like whoever this other guy that was in, he determined who was getting one. I didn't want a knife going in some desk jockey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I would make the knife for the guy who donated the knife. So
that's cool,
I was just
man.
trying to make it work, and they handed them down, which was kind of cool. Like he would, somebody would come off of their deployment or rotation, or they'd go home and they'd pass it on to the next guy.
Yeah.
So I did a couple of those. There was I think it was about 18 or 20 knives I ended up doing. But I didn't know, and I was just trying to help. And I was just doing the best I could do. And my friend John Whitley, he was in the 80s through the early 90s, and now he's down in Charleston. but I don't know if you ever met him or knew him, John Willie, but he was.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
It's crazy. It's crazy because
I just meet people and I try to help.
Yeah, it's crazy because I have such a bad memory for names.
Yeah. And
so I might know some, because like people do it to me all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know some? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
The funny part is, you see how we're dressed right now? This is how we're dressed in combat, guys.
Right.
We wear baseball hats and we wear t-shirts and now camouflage pants and your assault boots and maybe a gun belt, but we didn't ever wear name tags because, you know, we just didn't do it. You just, I don't know. So if you knew anybody, you knew them by their first name. Who's that? Oh, that's the colonel. What's the colonel's name? I don't know fucking colonel's name. It's the colonel. You call him the colonel. Who's that? That's the sergeant major. Those are two guys you stay away from. If they come to your team room, they're either their wives are pissed off at them and they're just wanting a drink. They'll come to your team room and have a drink, or you screwed up.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want the colonel and sergeant major to come in your team room.
That guy's wearing Hawaiian shit.
But other than that, everybody in the unit, from your captain, your major, your team leader, your warrant officer, you might call a warrant officer chief, but you didn't call him captain. You didn't call him master sergeant. Excuse me, master sergeant. Thank you, master sergeant. May I have another? No, you never say that. No, it's Tom, dude. Can we go? Okay, come on. It's 2 p.m. We should be going home. What are we doing? You know, it's.
So one of my very first trips, we were a civilian clothes mission and we were driving around Baghdad. We were in the Humvees. Yeah. Like normally we were in civilian cars, but we were going to the base. So in order to not get shot at the gate, we drove Humvees when we were going to the base.
Yeah.
But we still wore civilian clothes, you know. And so I'm sitting up in the gun as like a pretty new guy. And we had attached speakers to the Humvee, kind of Vietnam style. And we were playing like Dropkick Murphys as we were running through Baghdad. I mean, like just as loud as you can get it. And we got on Victory. And I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of sitting in the gun. And I noticed, because I turned it off once we went on the base, you know, like, so I noticed finally this little car, like kind of chasing us down. And I'm like, who the hell is this dude? You know what I mean? And finally we get pinned into like a traffic jam. And this little dude gets so mad out. And he jumps out of the car. Turns out he was the battalion sergeant major that we were in. And he's like, who the F are you? And why are you wearing Hawaiian shirts and body armor? And why are you rocking Dropkick Murphys as you're driving through the base? And I was like, hey, this guy wants to talk to you.
Banging on the roof of the
Yeah, I was like, hey, dude, this guy wants to talk to you. He's pretty mad, you know? I'm like, hey, I don't know, Sergeant Major, you know? I'm just...
Throw a flashbang and drive off, dude. We were out running on Fort Campbell, and this guy come running up to us. And old guy, and you know he's got the 101st PT uniform on, and they got the orange PT belts. He goes run up and he's like, "Stop right there! Who are you?" I'm like, "Name's Carl." Like, "Where's your PT belt?" I don't have a PT belt. The laws of physics allow me to run without a PT belt. I'm like, brother, the sun's up. If I get hit,
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I deserve to get hit. You need, goddamn, what's your name? I'm not telling you. You know who I am? I'm the group. No, he was the Fort Campbell 101st Command Sergeant Major. Like, who's your Sergeant Major? I ain't telling you. You're coming with me. If you can keep up with me, you can follow me back to group. But I'm not staying here with you. So, anyways. Jason, appreciate you hanging out, brother. If you need the bolt, I'll let you go.
Yeah, it's cool. I appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, dude. Brother, hey, he's out taking care of the puppy right now. So I want to thank you for coming on. Sincerely, thank you for supporting supporting Travis. Travis really is doing good work. And if you see that vet on the side of the road with the sign saying disabled Vietnam vet, need money for food, and the guy's 30 years old. Chances are he wasn't a Vietnam vet. But there are a lot of there's a lot of vets out there that are having problems right now, and yeah, I just hats off to you, brother, for helping them out without a doubt, and hats off to you, Jason, for helping Travis. Anyway, I can help you, Jason, on any other projects or anything. You let me know. You'll always be a friend of the whole Tactical Rifleman family, and please, you and everybody else out there, if you ever can keep supporting Travis here, I'm all about it. All right, thanks.
Always down.
Jason, love you, brother.
Thank you.
You take care, man.
We'll see you soon, Jason. I'll give you a call.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Masalama.
Later, bro.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh, that was oh, dude, thank you so much for having him call in. All right, I've got some texts coming in here from Bear. You should hold up a maul or D-ball and talk about shining it into the camera to make Chad really nervous while he's driving.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
Don't mess with Chad, you
No.
guys. Chad works hard.
Poor Chad's still driving to Wichita, Kansas right now. He wanted to be here, brother. I apologize.
No, he's good,
he
man.
wanted me to apologize for him. But Greg, don't mess with Chad, dude. Cut Chad some slack. Nah, you're right. That's no fun. Keith Gipple, he's one of the mentors for Operation Valkyrie. Called. He forgets that I am in the middle of a live stream right now. Carl, I have to go. Shane's still winning bid at 1,800. Will TR the prizes next stream? I'm so sorry. Wish I could stay longer to help. Did the best I could. All the links got up multiple times. We're going to say thanks to Susan. She's already left, I'm assuming. Guys, there's a lot that goes on supporting this here. I know there's a lot of other channels out there that are a lot bigger than us, and they've got sound guys and everything else, full camera crews. Our Tactical Rifleman film crew is in New York City. They're a professional film crew. They're friends of mine. We get together twice a year, and we film a bunch of videos. And we'll film 10 videos. And you guys know we put out a new video every Friday. So if we're doing that twice a year, that's 20 Fridays. And that's why we spread them out, one per Friday. That 20 Now, what about the rest of the year? The rest of the year is me filming videos by myself, which doesn't work. So I got Chad, I got Emery, I've got this person holding a camera, I've got my son holding the audio equipment, and we're stumbling through this. So my promise to you guys is, I know 2020, our level, our professional quality as far as some of our videos dropped a little bit, and that's because COVID-19, film crew up in New York City, it was very, very hard for me to bring them together. We only got together twice last year. They only came in twice. My promise to you is we are going to step up our game. We're going to start having more drone footage. We're trying to get not just a camera that does slow-mo, but a camera that will literally catch enough frames a second so you can actually see the bullet in flight. All right, not quite as fast as a Phantom, but everything looks better on Phantom. I got that. But much, much better slow-mo, better lighting, and just better quality videos in general. This Friday's video this week is, you guys remember we filmed the Textron Next Generation Squad Weapon. You've got 3 companies competing. One is SIG, one is Textron. They have the case telescoped ammo, and one is General Dynamics. What you trying to do?
I'm gonna put the big
You gonna
cards
type? Okay. While we filmed all of the guns, we also filmed more detail about each one. So that's going to be this Friday's video. A lot of you asked, what does the inside of the guns look like? How reliable are they? This, that, and the other. I can't so much vouch for the reliability because I didn't get a chance to bring it home and put 10,000 rounds through it. I didn't get a chance to dump mud on it and snow and pack it in ice and everything. But we did wear it out hard for a few days. And so anyways, this Friday's video, it's about the automatic rifle, basically the replacement for the saw. It's still the case telescoped 6.8 armor-piercing ammo. Will defeat Chinese body armor at 300 meters. It's badass. What I like about it is picture the saw, full automatic, but you can also do semi-auto with it, which is awesome. And the saw was actually just as accurate, if not more accurate, than the battle rifle was. So I was very pleasantly surprised about that part. That's this Friday video. I don't want to spoil it for you too much.
I was actually there for that.
You were.
That was pretty cool, man. It's super cutting edge stuff, and we haven't really changed a lot in the platforms that we've used in decades. So it was really cool to see something that's like pushing that platform forward.
Yeah, there just hasn't been anything new. There really hasn't.
No. So I mean, the M60 is the base for the saw. Like it's all kind of the same style. And to actually see something that's actually pushing that, like I can see that gun being like a Space Force gun. You know what I mean? Like that's like who I think of as when I think of like our next step in fighting and stuff. And so it's super cool, fun stuff, man. And I think I'm super stoked to see it kind of move forward.
And reliability issues and accuracy. Understand, guys, these weapons are still in prototype phase. So like the SIG 277 Fury, the one that everybody says is going to win the contract, they literally just recalled all their guns. And they'd actually reached the point where they thought, hey, we can actually start selling these commercially. And now they're having to roll back. So it's literally not at that point yet. It's just not. So none of the guns are. They're not ready to be fielded yet. But the cool part is Command Sergeant Major Rick Lamb said it in a video that we filmed with him about the different generations of military uniforms, that when a peacetime army, we stick with the gear we have, and then all of a sudden we get in the next conflict, we take that face shot because we haven't kept evolving and the enemy has. And then while we're in combat, we start rapidly improving the technology that we have. And then we go back to peacetime and we slack off again until the next big fight. What I mean by that is, take World War II, for example. At the beginning of World War II, we were still using biplanes, wings high, wings low. We were using biplanes, but by the end of World War II, you already had, the Germans had a jet fighter. We're working on a jet bomber. We had pressurized aircraft, the B-29 Superfortress, and we had nuclear weapons, all in the course of a war that was shorter than this shorter than this fiasco in Afghanistan is. So it's nice to see our military leaning forward saying, all right, we see a potential fight with certain communist countries, a conventional fight on the horizon. What can we do now to start preparing for it? These weapons are not ready to be fielded. They're not. And that's why I'm hoping we don't fight a conventional battle for, I pray for the rest of my life. But honest, I think, sad as it sounds, I think we'll see it sooner rather than later.
It's crazy because, like the last administration, they saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've been so wrapped up in the war on terror that we've been kind of just focusing on the war on terror, which we're fighting dudes in flip-flops. You know what I mean? You're fighting
literally
dudes in
flip-flops.
And so while we've done advances, we haven't done advances that go against a near peer, and when we say near peer, we're talking China, Russia, somebody who has an army that could literally kind of give us a run for our money. And so I don't know, man, I think it's cool that we're leaning forward on near peer stuff.
At least we were.
Yeah.
We'll see what the current administration does. I'm here to tell you guys, I'm majorly let down by by our government right now. But we're not going to do politics tonight. We're not. All right, I got a couple other donor boxes here. Just come in. Beautiful dog, Travis. Keep up the great work, Carl Airborne. That's from Bart Albertson. Thank you, Bart. I appreciate that. It is a beautiful dog.
It is a beautiful
Where'd your puppy
dog.
go?
He's laying right here like a
Okay.
good boy. It took him a while, but he
And
finally,
this is the dog that had no manners, and you've only been working him for how long?
This is his first outing. Like his very first outing.
Dude, I've had my dogs for 4 months, and they destroy everything.
And it's just all about, like, I don't know if you've noticed the whole time I've been like, no, sit, good boy, no, sit, good boy, no, sit, good boy, you know? And so I reward him when he's good, and I just kind of like, I don't punish him, but I don't give him praise for it when he's bad, you know? So, hey man, if you want tips for knife sharpening, stones versus rods, or sharpening machines, I seem to have a hard time getting the correct angle on stones and looking for your favorite go-to sharpening techniques. Dude, Jason is super responsive on his Instagram. I would say that's a Jason question.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't. John Stewart, sorry I didn't get this before we let Jason get off the phone.
But John, if you hit up Jason on his Instagram, I promise you he is super awesome, and it might spark like a video for him or something like that.
Yeah,
So hit that dude up.
without a doubt. Yep. Sorry I didn't catch it early enough, brother. Sorry, my bad.
We got to
John
talking.
Stewart. And then Dimitri from Primary Arms, he didn't have a comment. He just threw down a donation. I'm pretty sure I'll have to ask him if that's for Chad or if that's for you. I got a feeling it's for you.
Oh man, I get so much out of you guys. Please continue to take care of Chad when you guys are here. I'm just grateful to be able to be here and to talk about who we are and what we do, and how we're trying to impact our veteran community.
All right, it is official. We are calling the bidding. It is over $1,800 to Shane MN. Congratulations, brother. Now, Shane is the guy that wanted this.
Yep.
But he paid $1,800 for it. And because he did that, he also, for all of you nutbags out there, members of the Asylum, our next live stream, what's today? Tuesday? So it'll be Thursday night, which is not tentatively, because I've got a real bad snowstorm coming in. So if the internet's out, we may not be doing it Thursday night. I'll tell you what, let's make it next.
Let's do next
Tuesday.
I can't be here, but I can call in.
You can call in.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday, next Tactical Tuesday, we will give away the class to Jason. What's Jason's last name?
Jason Knight.
Jason Knight on the TV show.
Yeah, Forged in Fire.
Forged in Fire. You know, I still like watching that. I do. Their reruns are on. You know why? Because I don't watch the news anymore. I get my news from other sources. Associated Press, BBC. I can't stand any of the news channels right now.
And what you're gonna, and what whoever we pick to win it, you have to follow our Instagram.
Okay. Yep.
So follow our Instagram, and let me get mine in there. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And then you're gonna go to Kingsport, Tennessee, and it's on your own dime to get there, and it's on your own dime to stay there. But if you coordinate with me, I will come to the class and hang out with you.
Very, very cool.
And we will build tomahawks together, because I want to build a tomahawk.
With Jason from Forged in Fire. That's
Jason,
so badass,
Jason
guys. Is that not badass?
So
that is badass. All right, yeah, that's cool. That is totally cool. All right,
Shane,
so we've wrapped that up.
Shane, if you will email me, my email's in the chat, and I can get your, I'll see if Susan can help me get your email as well. I will coordinate with you to get your cool items, and I will.
Yeah, Bear, you do it because Susan's gone. Bear, I know you're watching. Wake up, Bear. Wake up. I'm talking to you, Bear. Get Shane's contact info. Make sure it's actually him, and we'll get him in contact with Travis. In other words, I don't want 20 guys making brand new Gmail accounts that have the word Shane in them, trying to get free slots.
Right.
All right. I are trying to get this set of brass knuckles right here. These things are nice, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
aren't they cool?
And they're brass.
You-
This is brass, dude.
You can still get a set of the brass knuckles. Follow our Instagram. I'll put it in now. And our social media awesome person is going to she is going to be doing a giveaway of the brass knuckles as well. Why is that in caps? I'm not yelling at you. I promise.
I can't believe you punched my desk, dude.
So you scared the holy piss out of me. So I punched your desk.
No, see, but I legit.
No, this was you.
I know that was me.
you.
I put a hole in my own
punched up
desk. I know.
I punched up here.
But
So
that
what-
hammer.
a couple weeks back, I'm standing here like kind of talking to my dog, and Carl has this like massive hammer that it turns out
From Kraken Tactical.
that it turns out he wasn't even supposed to show anyone.
prototype.
And
Sorry,
he freaking
Kraken.
slams the desk, and I freaked the f out, and I'm like, ah. And so ever since he did that, I had it in my mind to get you back. And
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It's
so I punched his desk with your brass knuckles.
I used to get upset about things. I used to get scared. Now it's like, eh.
I was so into the dog when you did it that I was like, what the is the house falling down? So yeah.
Oh, there's a great set of brass knuckles here. He got sexy knives. I got that. I finally got the knife that Kraken made for our patrons.
Oh, did you really?
We got a couple. It's the prototype, but we're gonna
Let's see it.
change a couple things. I'm not gonna show it
Come on,
tonight.
come on.
No, because I got my monkeys. Me and my Patreon family, we're getting together Friday night for our Zoom, and we're gonna talk about that knife quite a bit. So, Kraken, if you're watching, we'll have your custom knife, the custom Patreon knife, out there on Friday's Zoom live stream. We're going to finalize our corrections to it. We're going to get you to start putting them into production. Brother, it is already 9:06. That's just crazy talk.
Right?
All right, so, brother, I appreciate you coming.
Man, thank you guys so much for having me.
Wow.
Thank you so much for listening to my spiel. I appreciate you guys every single time. It's like I said earlier, I love to talk to you guys. I hate doing my job. I love talking to you guys more. My job is like draining and and so, but please hit us up on Patreon if you have any questions. We're just Second Chance Canine on Patreon. That's the way I like to just like Carl. I've kind of taken some cues from Carl. We do Zoom classes. Susan was on there the other night. Some other Patreon guys from here were on
cool.
there. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm learning. I'm still learning from the old Sergeant Major. You know what I mean? So
That's funny.
Yeah.
Chad wants me to remind you guys, if you want to donate money to Travis, don't do it on Donor Box because Chad has to pay taxes on it. Okay. For example, Hans Gruber just threw down $10 more. It says for the pups. All right.
guys, I
Literally,
I truly want.
go to tell them again what your,
So our website is just secondchancecanine.com.
and they can give money there to you.
You can give us money there. We have a donate button on there. It's the way we truly appreciate you donating to us. I feel like we got Ragnar's surgery paid for tonight. So
Yeah.
I think we're close. I think we're way closer than it was a couple days ago. I got pretty upset yesterday, and I jumped on live, which I typically don't do, but I was pretty upset at the people that dumped this dog off at the vet, or not the vet, the pound for needing help, and so for me, I feel I don't feel obligated. I feel honored to help Ragnar get his eye surgery, and let him live up to his potential and not be blind.
I just need you to show me how to teach a black lab how not to chew through his. You understand? I just spent $200 on a puppy pillow for my garage. He shreds everything, every pillow. So I bought the $200 one, ballistic nylon. You can't chew through.
Yeah,
you literally you can't. It comes with a guarantee. If he chews through it, they'll replace the cover one time. Guarantee can't chew through it. I put it out in the garage, I want to say 3 p.m. because, FedEx guy came, put the pillow out. My dogs are on it. They all have their pillows. I want to say it was 3:15. I go out there and he's got the pillow, and it's already tore one of the corners open. And I was like, now I know why they dropped you off.
Right.
But I love Elvis. Elvis is awesome. I just got to, I don't know, how do you teach a black lab not to chew on pillows?
That's a hard
Do
one.
you not do it?
Well, because you can't catch him. Like, he's doing it when you're not there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He knows, dude.
Oh, yeah. He knows he's wrong.
So you got to put a camera out there and then, like, put like your voice, like one of the cameras that you could talk through, and you got to watch his little butt. You know what I mean? And when he starts chewing on it, you got to be like, hey, fooey. You know, like, you got to.
Well, yeah, one of the pillows was from the lawn furniture out back around the pool. I moved it up because he started chewing out. I moved it onto the hammock.
Yeah.
Well, my wife heard this weird noise and kind of looked out the window, and he was grabbing the pillow through the hammock and got his head stuck. And he had just got his head free when she looked, because we weren't sure which dog it was. We got two new big laps. And they're dogs.
Big, dude. They're big.
They're big dogs. We didn't know which one it was. Yeah, we know which one it is.
No,
it's Elvis.
They all greeted me when I got out of my
They're
truck.
super nice.
I know, but they
My
were like,
dogs are awesome.
they were like, whoa, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, and you brought a dog too?
I know, right?
Man, we hate you already.
Guys,
I got good dogs.
before we roll, do me a favor, hit up our Big Cartel. You can get this hat. You can get T-shirts that Chad made. So.
All the swag, guys. This is awesome, dude. This is awesome.
So we're super stoked. People have been asking for a while for us to get product, and so we listened and we got product. We're small, so we've only got a few products. But if you buy those products, it helps us expand our product line. Yeah. So.
Awesome stuff. Brother, I appreciate you coming.
Hey,
I'm going to let you
you
get out of here so I can talk about my sponsors a little bit, and we're going to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm confused.
Those are some beautiful knives.
I'm making sure to not leave these behind.
No, don't do that, because I love good knives. I do. I have got so many beautiful knives. But then I got the same crappy knife on my body armor and matching one on my other plate carrier. And then my field knife is the same one.
Right.
And they don't even make them anymore. It's, it's called a Night Edge. They don't even make it anymore, but it has my muscle memory. Is I know the exact, in the dark, I know where the edge of the blade is. I know where the tip is. But I've got all these, and the cool part, though, is I'm getting away from them, and Kraken Tactical has made me some knives back and forth, and a lot of them are so nice I hang up on the wall.
Right.
But now he's finally got me some knives where I really want them to be. So it's awesome. It's cool. I get to share them with Patreon. You got one of them, dude. And that's
I got one.
A sexy size knife, too. Very sexy.
We auctioned that one. Kraken's super awesome, dude. He donated that knife, and we auctioned that one off. So, all right, man.
Did you get one after that?
Not yet.
No, you haven't.
No.
Well,
I'm kind of holding out to see what happens with the Patreon.
Okay, all right, but I love that one we auctioned off, dude. I forgot. That's right. You auctioned that one off too.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate all the support. We literally couldn't be here and doing what we're doing. We have grown leaps and bounds because of the Tactical Rifleman family. So thank you so much. Reach out to us. Let us know what you need. We're here for you. We want to be here for you. We want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to those work people. I want to talk to you guys. And so hit us up. Let me know what I can do to help you. And what's that say?
I just text you the winner's information.
Sweet.
And from Bear. Bear's been doing good work here. So you're all set, dude.
I'm all
Get
set,
out
man.
of here.
Hey,
Get
man.
Puppy home.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you got to leave the mic here. Chad would be mad about that.
I should take it just because he'll be mad.
The military's a rough lot, guys. The military is a rough lot.
Guys, see you later. Have a good one, and thank you so much.
Don't forget to take that with you.
I got you.
Oh. Guys, Travis Hall from Second Chance K9. I love you, brother. You know the deal. You let me know what I can help you with. Travis is actually going to come to Texas with me. He's actually the end of April, beginning of May. We are going to ETTS range, it's an hour south of Dallas. Yeah. And he's going to help me run a pistol carbine class. And then on 3 May, he is lead instructor for our medical class. So if you want to do basically the military's tactical combat casualty care modified for you, the civilian, not watered down. You notice I didn't say watered down. Modified for you guys. He's going to be lead instructor.
Well, and I just adapted it just a little bit for not so much like Stormtrooper style, but more like EDC.
Yeah.
You know, this, I didn't change anything. I didn't water anything down. I just kind of like, just like we went overseas, I kind of looked at the environment that we were working in, and I kind of like tailored it to that environment. Yeah, ask Carl to put more classes on the books if you guys want more medicine stuff.
We can do it. We can do it. I want to see how this one goes because honestly, nobody signed up for it.
Oh, no.
But
You guys heard
then we said it. We actually mentioned it again, and my son actually put together a little commercial.
Yeah.
And the class is 3/4 full already.
You guys kind of hurt my feelings that you didn't want to
No. I didn't mean it to come out like that. This class will be full. You're looking at 20 students.
Yeah,
dude.
that's cool.
So
Carl's my assistant instructor, just so you guys know.
I'm a low-life special forces medic. That's all I am.
All right,
I've delivered 5 babies. I've done all kinds of silly shit. But when people say, "Hey, Carl, will you teach us medicine?" I can, but I'd rather bring the pro.
Yeah.
I'll bring the professional instructor with me. So
All right, guys. We'll
it's
see
gonna
you
be
later.
a great class.
Looking forward to it.
Travel safe, man.
All right, brother. See you later.
All right.
Come on, right now.
All right, so for the rest of you monkeys out there in holiday world, let's see what else we've got. Wow, the chat window is just going nuts. That's good stuff, though. That's good stuff. Good stuff indeed. All right, I got a couple more notes that I wanted to talk about. Again, don't forget, tomorrow, sometimes we put out a video on Wednesday, not fancy videos or nothing. Tomorrow's video it's this amateur video that my son made of me and him. You guys know I took my son to Salt Lake City. We actually drove out there in the Jeep, unwound, relaxed for a little while. I bought a camper trailer, nice small little off-road trailer that I could pull behind my Jeep. We went straight from there to Moab. Moab is the off-road mecca of North America. It is just great, great trails. Rock, literally, you'd be thinking there's no way a vehicle could climb it, but the rock gives you so much traction for your tires. It's like sandpaper. It's just perfect. Add to that the snow on the north side of every hill, and there's a lot of places that we probably shouldn't have gone. We did it anyways, and we had a blast. We really did. Again, we didn't capture that much of it on video. Mostly because everybody was throwing phones down and running over and grabbing winch cables and stuff like that. We don't have any of the winching on the video, but that video comes out tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy it. And then Friday's video again is going to be the Textron squad automatic weapon. It was fun to shoot, guys. It was fun. It looks as big as a 240 machine gun. It is lighter than a current 5.56 saw. But it shoots a 6.8 armor-piercing case telescoped round that hits as hard as a 300 Win Mag. I want that to sink in, and it's lighter than a saw. So the videos, I just wish I could have captured how light it was. It was a joy to shoot, guys. It was a joy to shoot. It doesn't smell as good as shooting a saw does. You get that smell of the burnt gunpowder. You still get a little of that, but you got the smell of the plastic casings. It kind of offsets it, not quite as fun, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, I've got, Shane would like to make sure Travis doesn't take the stuff home so you can give it away next stream. I thought we were giving away the live slot. I'll get it back. I'll get it back before next Tuesday. Talking about next Tuesday, Travis is going to call in. But the other thing is next Tuesday, I'm going to have a guest for you. It's not Travis. Travis is going to call in, but I am going to have a guest for you next Tuesday in person. John Stryker Myers. His book is called Across the Fence. He was one of the no joke famous Mac v Saw guys. You guys know how awesome all the Mac v Saw guys were in Vietnam, right? If you talk to all the Mac v Saw guys, if you ask them who like their top 3 or 4 badasses were, almost all of them start the list off with John Stryker Myers. So literally, John Stryker Myers is going to be sitting right here, right between me and Chad. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's done podcasts with Jocko. You can look them up on YouTube and everything, but he is going to be sitting right here with us. You guys are going to get a chance to call in, put questions in donor box, do whatever you want. Good people. He's going to be here next Tuesday on our Tactical Tuesday live stream right here on our Tactical Rifleman YouTube channel. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. And I know I've got other people dumping stuff in donor box, and I apologize if I haven't got to all you guys. Let me see what I got. I think we're good. We're good. So we're going to wrap it right there. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors again. Legitimately, I can't do this without my sponsors. So Sportsman's Guide, again, use promo code TACTICAL20. EDC Coffee, that's good coffee. Everybody knows we need our good coffee. All right, Big Daddy Unlimited, Global Ordnance, White Label Armory, and Safe Life Defense. Don't forget, armor. Guys, you've got to be able to cover everything. Being able to make holes is cool, but being able to stop holes is good also. And then being able to patch holes. You got to have the medical gear. You got to have the guns to make the holes. Let's have armor to go along with that. So you can get your armor from Safe Life Defense. I got more people coming in. Travis, Susan is back. I'm going to reply back. Yep. All right, so wrapping it up. Again, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. And that's all I got, gents. Yeah, without a doubt. It's awesome. I appreciate Travis coming by. I want to thank Chad. You guys know I love Chad. There's no way we could do a live stream without Chad. Chad came early, and we have only dropped 74 frames out of over a quarter of a million frames, so 0.0%. Funny how the internet works better when Chad isn't here. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. All right, guys, you know I love you, and yeah, you guys, you know the deal. See you next time. Y'all take care and shoot straight.
Coming right there.
What? Why are you here? Why?